Fact until next Friday. Mostly clear tonight. Low 89. Mostly sunny tomorrow. High 113. Partly cloudy tomorrow night. Low 91. I'm Brad Siegel. 550 KFYI.
Well, there's no such thing as a slow day. Garret Lewis with you. I hope that you are buckled up, man, because it's going to be fun. It's your afternoon addiction, and we knew this would happen. We knew it would happen. Announcement just a couple of hours ago. Attorney General Chris Mays is refusing to prosecute Katie Hobbs over her pay-to-play bribery scandal. Shocking, right? Shocking. They refused to prosecute her. I honestly, what a bad move. I would have dumped this story at about 7:15 tonight. That's just me, but whatever. So here's the thing. They're not doing it, but the evidence is incredible. They uncovered new bribery evidence, and they still didn't do anything. Oh, and by the way, Katie Hobbs never sat down to answer questions. She never sat down. Remember the media would always ask Katie Hobbs, it's been over 2 years now, this pay-to-play scandal. And if you don't know it, I'll get to it in a second. But it's a big deal. The media has been asking Katie for 2 years, and especially over the past, 3 or 4 months, are you ever going to sit down with Chris Mays and answer questions because you're under criminal investigation? And she was all like, well, we're in contact and we're going to just, look at something. She's lying the whole time. She never sat down. Matter of fact, I have it in the... See, I actually read it was like 20-something pages. I suffer for you. This is the report put out by Attorney General Chris Mays' office. And it says here, Governor Hobbs declined an in-person interview, but provided 2 written statements through her attorneys on August 17th, 2026. So 4 days ago, this was all a plan. It was all a ruse. And we'll get into detail of this stuff. But yeah, she was never going to sit down, ever. That was never the plan. The Democrat Party will not let Democrat Chris Mays do anything to Democrat Katie Hobbs. So she didn't sit down, and then, no joke, and okay, let me go back. If you don't know about this, there's an organization, Sunshine Residential Homes, and they provide homes that have beds for minors that have been removed from their homes by the Department of Child Services. And they get paid by the state per bed. Okay? So apparently, Sunshine Residential Homes said to the state of Arizona, hey, we may get paid more from the federal government. This is going back when Biden was there and they had all these illegals they were welcoming in. We're going to get paid more from the Office of Refugee and Resettlement. You better pay us more. That's what they claim. But here's the thing. They actually, this organization donated $100,000 to the Katie Hobbs Inauguration Fund and $300,000 to the Arizona Democratic Party. And then lo and behold, they were the only organization to get an increase in their pay from the state of Arizona. Nobody else, just them. Just them. It's called pay to play. Katie Hobbs went out to dinner with these people. It gets even better. So in this 20-something page, if you're watching on the YouTube, 550 Cable YouTube channel, you see this. In this 20-something page thing, there's a couple of letters from Katie's legal defense, Katie Hobbs' lawyers. One of them, it says here it addresses legal defense fund questions. Now, we did not know this until now. Apparently, this same Sunshine Residential Homes Incorporated, the same ones that donated $400,000 to the Democratic Party here in Arizona and Katie Hobbs Inauguration Fund, they also donated $150,000 to Katie's Legal Defense Fund. So they're up to over $550,000. There's more evidence that was discovered by Chris Mays' office, and she's still like, we're just not going to prosecute. We don't see anything there. There's no quid pro quo. That's what they said. No quid pro quo. And you're ready for this. It says here, this is from Katie's attorneys. The Legal Defense Fund is not a formal, distinct entity. It's a term that refers to funds, which is money, right, held in a trust for the benefit of the Katie Hobbs inaugural fund in the committee. They're transferred in and out of the account at the direction of Ms. Nicole DeMont. That is Katie's campaign manager. Oh, it's on behalf of the inauguration fund and the Elect Katie Hobbs committee. Okay. Sunshine Residential Homes gave $50,000 November 3rd of 23, $50,000 February 9th of 24, $50,000 more May 24th, 2024. And it says here, with respect to these three donations in October of 23, Ms. DeMont spoke with this guy, Mr. Abi Saifi. He is the executive director of Sunshine Residential Homes. She spoke with this guy about assisting with the committee's defense of ongoing litigation brought by former gubernatorial candidate Kari Lake. Ms. Dumont regularly requested donations to the Legal Defense Fund at the time to pay for attorney's fees associated with the committee's defense of Ms. Lake's election contest. So you had Katie's campaign manager actively pursuing $150,000 from the same group that magically got a major increase from the state in how much they get paid by the state for the service. So we have that too. Okay, they just discovered that. Now also, on page 5 of 7 of this, it says here, because there was talks between Sunshine Residential Homes and a DCS, right? And it says here, in the investigation from Attorney General May's office, the only discussion of political contributions during the procurement process that investigators could identify was between, you have this guy, last name Ong and Navarro. Navarro was the one negotiating, okay? According to David Lujan, who ran DCS, Navarro volunteered unprompted during a meeting in February of 23 that Sunshine was, quote, probably going to ask for a rate increase. And by the way, they're donors to the governor. Oh. By the way, they're donors. They're going to ask for an increase, and they're donors. What are you supposed to take from that? Okay, they're donors? Well, crap, now we got to do it. It says here, in Department of Child Services team chats, these two guys discussed Sunshine's contributions to Governor Hobbs' campaign and inaugural fund. The gentleman DCS Ong characterized those discussion as free banter between friends, calling one comment flippant. Navarro claims Sunshine's donations, quote, put pressure on, I think, everybody. So the guy that was with DCS, he was the assistant director, admitted, I think Sunshine Residential Homes donations, quote, put pressure on, I think, everybody. It says here that the investigation has shown that any perceived pressure was a result of Navarro's own knowledge of Sunshine's contributions. So this guy that works for Hobbs' agency said, man, they're donors. That put pressure on us to get it done. Like, there should be charges, investigations, you name it, even more investigations. There should be charges. There should be a trial. There should be all this stuff. I have so much to say about this. You can hit me up on the free IR radio app. Just talk back by tapping the red mic, and you have the 30 seconds to tell me what you think. Congressman Andy Biggs, who is running for governor, he's got something to say about this. He's going to join me to react coming up next, and then we'll get back into it. All the sound bites, more facts. This looks to me pretty clear cut. Quid pro quo was there. I just read you from the Attorney General's report, Attorney's General report. I just read it to you. Andy Biggs joins me next to react. It is your afternoon addiction. All right. Weekend is coming up. Are you going to finally look for that brand new home? You're going to finally say, that's it, we're sick of rent and we're going to go buy. Or you know what, I want to go buy a bigger home, one with a pool, this, that. You're not sure it's the right time. You're not sure if you can afford it. Stop guessing. Make a simple, quick phone call to Lund Mortgage. Call Lund Mortgage at 623-875-9940. Talk to Matt and Lisa over at Lund Mortgage, and in just minutes, just phone calls, you'll get answers. If you don't think you have the best credit, I can't do it. You know what? They're solutions people. They get deals done that others can't. Here's the thing, too. When it comes to renting, all you're doing is spending your money and someone else is gaining equity. Talk to Matt and Lisa at Lund Mortgage. Say, you know what, you think I can buy a home? Here's my credit. Do I need 20% down? Answer is no. Answer is no. There are even down payment options. There's down payment assistance they'll tell you about, too. You may qualify for it. Bottom line is, get the answers. You might be able to own a home and build your own equity for the same price you're paying every month for rent. Talk to Matt and Lisa at Lund Mortgage. It's who Abby and I went through to do our refi. Go to Lund, L-U-N-D, lundmortgage.com.
From the DeGreen Private Wealth Traffic Center.
On the 51 northbound, this is from about the 10 to Northern Avenue. We're looking at about a 7-minute delay. And on the 17 southbound, a little sluggish from Dunlap to McDowell. Also on the 17 northbound from McDowell to Dunlap, we're looking at about a 6-minute delay. And tack on an extra 10 minutes on the 10 westbound from 19th Avenue to about 67th Avenue. I'm Carol. Have a traffic tip? Let me know. 602-374-6300.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Still sleeping on that old bed? Mattress Firm's sleep experts can help you choose the perfect upgrade. They'll guide you every step, answering your questions. Shop today and save big during the best sale of the year. They make sleep easy.
Why are women attracted to the guy accused of murdering in cold blood a father and a husband? Crazy.
Sean Hannity, Monday at 1 on 550 KFYI and the free iHeartRadio app.
I'm not great with words after a fight, and I'm sorry wasn't cutting it this time. So I used Smile Tunes to write a soulful ballad about how she's always right. By the second chorus, the silent treatment was officially over. Visit smiletunes.com and get out of the doghouse today.
Got pests? Call Blue Sky Pest Control. Hello, Blue Sky. Goodbye, pests.
The name to remember? Mark Kia. Mark Kia. See our full inventory at markkia.com now.
Gold has hit near record highs, and many Americans are discovering they can move part of their existing IRA or 401k into physical gold and silver without paying taxes or penalties. It's called a rollover, and Golden Crest Metals helps investors do it every day. No cash out, no complicated paperwork, no hassle. Golden Crest is a nationally recognized precious metals firm seen on Fox Business and CNBC with an A- BBB rating and 5-star reviews. Plus, right now, receive up to $25,000 in free silver with a qualifying purchase. Call 888-447-7857 now. That's 888-447-7857. Call 888-447-7857. Not a financial advisor. Precious metals involve risk. Free silver offer is a 10% bonus in silver on qualifying purchases of premium mintage coins. $10,000 minimum purchase required. Bonus silver capped at $25,000 and credited to customer account. See goldencrestmetals.com for full terms.
Neighbors you know are talking about Galaxy concrete coatings and their transformation, like Rosemary.
I heard about Galaxy through social media as well as on the radio. I wanted to have Galaxy come out and redo my back patio. It runs the full length of the back of the house.
Galaxy concrete coatings is not epoxy. It's 4 times stronger.
Galaxy was great. They were very thorough. They were very clean, very efficient. They cleaned up after themselves. I was very impressed with the crew.
Commercial or residential, Galaxy transforms pools, patios, garage floors, driveways, and more. And also, it comes with a lifetime warranty.
The reason I chose Galaxy is because of the durability. We've got pets, and so sometimes they do have accidents. It's very easy to just hose off. My neighbors have come over, and every single one of them have said it's beautiful.
Click on GalaxyConcreteCoatings.com and remember to like us on Facebook. Galaxy Concrete Coatings. We are out of this world.
You don't pay for iHeartRadio. Our advertisers do. That's why it's always been and always will be 100% free. Radio, music, podcasts. Download the iHeartRadio app now.
Homeowners, if you're ready to move, found the perfect home, but can't buy until you sell, you're not alone. Hey, it's James T., and I'm here with my realtor, Carol Royce, your home sold guaranteed realty. Carol, You've solved this dilemma, right?
Yes, James, this is a big challenge homeowners face. I just helped a family here in the Valley who found a home they loved, but they were stuck in that exact situation. With our Buy Before You Sell program, I was able to unlock their equity up front, which allowed them to go out and buy their next home first with a strong, non-contingent offer. They got the home, moved in on their timeline, and then we sold their original home the right way and for top dollar.
That's huge. So they didn't have to rush selling first or risk losing their dream home?
Exactly. They bought with confidence and sold for the most money.
If you're thinking about moving, do what I did. Call Carol Royce or visit CarolHasTheBuyers.com. That's CarolHasTheBuyers.com and tell her James T sent you.
The Mazda More to Move You sales event is going on now at Mark Mazda in Scottsdale.
Recently, our company softball team lost the big game by 1 run. Then Dale tried to console us with the quote, "Winning isn't everything." Dale's a loser. I play to win, like early payout from Bet365. If my team goes up big, I get paid out instantly, even if they blow the lead later. Sound familiar, Dale? Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Arizona. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Orthopedic care. At Abrazo Health, we believe these two words are better together. When joint pain postpones a walk with friends or halts a weekend hike, recruit our orthopedic physicians, surgeons, and physical therapists to join your team. From our minimally invasive advanced technology designed to improve patient outcome to our comprehensive rehabilitation program, start your journey to a pain-free life. Find your partner in care at abrazohealth.com/orthopedics.
From the Whitfield Nurseries Weather Center.
An extreme heat warning is now in effect until next Friday. Mostly clear tonight, low 89, mostly sunny tomorrow, high 113. Partly cloudy tomorrow night, low 91. I'm Brad Siegel, 550 KFYI.
This report is sponsored by Aleve. At some point, body pain may creep in and become your reality that day. But Aleve is here to keep you moving. One pill gives you up to 12 hours of body pain relief. So don't let pain hold you back. Try Aleve today. Use as directed.
Last place in your fantasy league isn't just about losing. It's the group chat jokes, the punishment, a full year of hearing about it. I'm JJ Zacharyson, host of the Late Round Fantasy Football Podcast. Our players to target and players to avoid episodes tell you exactly who to circle and who to cross off. We're providing data-driven research on the podcast all season long so that you're the one talking trash, not taking it. Download the free iHeartRadio app, search the Late Round Fantasy Football Podcast, and listen now.
Defending faith, family, and the conservative way of life, all while having fun. The Conservative Circus with James T. Harris. Monday morning at 6. News Talk 550 KFYI.
Garret Lewis with you. It is your afternoon addiction. Thank you for making it that way. Huge news today. The Attorney General, Chris Mays, has decided that there's no evidence whatsoever that Katie Hobbs is guilty of any kind of pay-to-play scandal, bribery. The quote put out by Attorney General Chris Mays: the investigation has not uncovered any evidence of the necessary quid pro quo to support a bribery charge. I have so many questions. Congressman Andy Biggs, who is running for governor, joins me now. Congressman, what's your reaction to this?
Well, I don't think anybody should be surprised that a Democrat attorney general says there's no evidence that a Democrat governor has taken money in an alleged pay-for-play scheme. I mean, the fact that $400,000 changed hands and then a massive multi-million-dollar extension and raise of a contract. I mean, it's just impossible to believe that anything might have been untoward in that quid pro quo type of, apparently quid pro quo type of thing.
Well, let me ask you this too, right? Because you're running for governor. You have Warren Peterson running for attorney general. I want you two guys to get in there. If you do get in there, could you open up another investigation? Because corruption and fraud are two of the biggest things that Americans are upset with right now.
Absolutely. I mean, and here's the way it works is you haven't gone through the statute of limitations. In other words, there is still time to investigate this. In fact, you've got a county attorney that's looking at it. You also have the auditor general looking at this as well. So it's not like this is done and that she's out of the woods here for any way to think about it. But Garret, what's weird about this too, and I find this really interesting. So you got the Democrat AG, Democrat Gov. The Democrat AG basically said this thing was so stinky. However, we want the legislature to come up with a new law to make sure this doesn't happen again. Well, you know what? The legislature already did, and they sent up 2 of them to the governor. And you know what she did? She vetoed them.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you got here. That's why this whole thing, it adds to the stench around this alleged scheme.
It's so bad. It's so bad. I mean, and here's the thing. Now there's so much in this report that was actually put out by the Attorney General's office. And again, I'm not in politics for as long as you have, and I'm not officially in politics, but Katie Hobbs' lawyers, Katie refused to sit down, even though she lied for the past, 2 years and several months, by claiming that she's in talks with the Attorney General office to sit down and answer questions. She had her attorney send a couple of letters, and that was it. But one of the letters says that this same organization that gave over $400,000 to Katie and the Arizona Democrats gave another $150,000 to Katie's legal defense fund. And it was orchestrated by Katie's campaign manager. I mean, what are the odds that they got the big raise, they donated the money, and then on top of that, they donated another $150,000 to Katie's legal defense fund?
Well, I mean, it is. There's this massive cloud. There's this cloud that's hanging over Katie Hobbs' head. And you know what? The media's kind of given her a pass, right?
Yeah.
She doesn't want to debate. If she were to come out and debate, we'd be talking about this. We could ask her questions. And believe me, the most likely thing you'd hear from her is that I'm not going to answer that question because I have a Fifth Amendment right against self-incrimination. Because the reality is, it's just too stinky, and it clings to her. And that's one more reason why she doesn't want to debate, Garret. But I would just suggest to you that it isn't just that the weird timing of all of this money. Take a look at who funded a lot of her commercials early on here. And it wasn't the Democrat Governors Association, it wasn't the Democrat Party, the National Estate. It was DAGA, the Democrat Attorney General's Association. Doesn't that sound bizarre? Why are the Democrat Attorney General at the national level helping to fund Katie Hobbs' campaign at the state level?
To try to protect Mays, maybe. Well, that's another great question, Congressman. This is Andy Biggs. He is running for governor, of course, on the afternoon edition. So considering Sunshine Residential Homes donated $300,000 to the Arizona Democrat Party, couldn't that also benefit Chris Mays, who's a Democrat?
Yeah, it could. It really could, because you want to check and see who's spending money. I mean, they're funneling through the Navajo County Democrat Party, where that's where all their money's funneling through. And you'd want to see where that's going. Is any of it going to Chris Mays? And don't forget this, too. Chris Mays and Katie Hobbs, with their most recent Supreme Court case, they can coordinate with the state party. So you got that money going into the Democrat Party. And guess what? Now the candidates themselves, Mays and Hobbs, who are both running, can actually coordinate that money and where it goes in their own campaigns.
Well, do you think that, I mean, the more people hear about this, I think the more they're going to be disgusted with Katie Hobbs. I mean, she refuses to answer questions. It was orchestrated to not sit down with Chris Mays. She refused to answer questions in Mexico at the baseball game about who paid for her to get there. She doesn't want to debate you. She doesn't want to do any of that stuff. So what's the plan you have in your campaign to get this out? Because you can't, I mean, I'm doing it, but you can't count on the rest of the media to do it. How are you going to get this message out to the rest of Arizona voters?
Well, we've been putting, obviously I'm doing everything I can with the resources that we have. So we're actually talking to, there's a pool of about 1.5 million voters that will decide this election. They hear from us all the time on this issue. And I'm also doing, I think I did 2 or 3 videos today that people can have access to that we're trying to get on social media. We want those to go viral because they ask these questions. But it isn't just these questions. I mean, you and I are talking about one thing, but we're not even talking about the rest of her record because she's trying to hide her record.
Yeah.
And we're trying to expose it every way we can. But it takes a lot of money. And here's the way to think of it. She's raised about $7 million. I've raised about $4 million. But it's the outside folks that I was just talking about, DAGA, DGA, DNC, those, they've spent north of $18 million already. And that's why.
And it's still neck and neck. And it's still neck and neck. Yeah. I mean, so let me ask you this. Is the Republican Governors Association going to help chip in? Have you heard anything from them?
I don't know. You know, it's up to them, and I can't coordinate with them. I hope they will. We've suggested that they at some point they got to come in, but it's the same thing. I mean, we're looking at our state party. Sergio Arellano is doing a great job raising money, and we can coordinate with our state party as well. He's raising money. We've got a PAC that's raising money that's actually been running ads about Katie Hobbs and her this huge problem being under criminal investigation that still hasn't gone away.
And now it looks even worse.
Chris Mays has gone away.
Exactly. And now it looks even worse because they're covering for each other. I mean, I think everybody needs to know that, and I hope you do more videos every day and they get around and you get me. Take your mean pills in the morning. It needs to happen. And you have to do it. You have to point out what your opponent's done wrong and what you're going to do that's going to be right. Let me ask you, so really quick on this, I'm going to ask you one more thing about water. But again, I think it's big for you to say that, you get elected governor. Hopefully Warren gets elected attorney general, and you guys are going to demand justice, right? Nobody gets away on either side with corruption.
Absolutely. Yeah. The way to think about it is one of the problems that I've had in Congress is I'm on the committees. We have referred repeatedly for criminal prosecution people who have basically weaponized the entire federal government, and we can't get them prosecuted, right? And so having an attorney general who will actually prosecute people who have committed crimes and having an executive branch that will support that will go a long way to hold people accountable.
Yep. Really quick, the federal government came out today and said, all right, you guys can't get your act together. Here's what you're going to do with the water. Because this is another big major failure from Katie Hobbs. I mean, we're in the desert. We need water. Yet we are going to be losing 760,000 acre feet of water from the Colorado River. California is only losing 440,000 and Nevada just 50,000. I mean, this is a disaster. How would you deal with this differently?
Well, first of all, I wouldn't have sat around and wait till the deadlines passed before I got in there and negotiated. And this is someone, just remember, this is someone who can't even welcome Buc-ee's to Arizona, and she's going to be the lead negotiator for Arizona on water. Come on. You need somebody who, first of all, who knows about water, like myself. You need somebody who can sit down and negotiate with other governors on this. By the way, whom I know most of those governors and have a relationship with some of them. The bottom line is, this is a leadership issue, and she failed in her leadership on it. And I will say this: we have got a lot of work to do. This is a water management issue too, because don't forget we do have underground aquifers that have a lot of water in them. The key is to make sure that we can use them and rely on them and not abuse them. But one other thing, I just talked to Secretary Burgum 2 days ago, called him up, said, look, what's going on here? And he gave me an update, and I knew this was going to happen today. And we've been working with the Bureau of Reclamation. I've been working with multiple cabinet secretaries on this, trying to convince them to understand that Arizona is now the center of microcomputer chipping in the world, and we need to make sure that our water supply is consistent. We are also a massive military and defense armament supplier. We need that water for that. Plus, we need water for the agricultural part of Arizona and Southern California. Arizona supplies 90% of the leafy green vegetables for the entire country for about 5 to 7 months every year. We need the water. And so I've been using my bully pulpit on that. And I don't see the governor out front leading on any of this stuff, or in fact, anything. Katie Hobbs is not leading on anything.
No, she's not. She's not. She's just vetoing stuff. And there's so much. I hope you guys come out with a website. I mean, it's a lot. I forgot really quick, communism. President Trump's calling out. You're calling it. We're all calling it out because the Democrats have been finally officially taken over. They're all commies. And I remember she vetoed a bill that would have simply made it mandatory that for just a minimum of 45 minutes a year, high schoolers would be taught about the dangers of communism. And she vetoed that bill. That one has always stuck with me.
Yeah, well, that's one of many bills. I mean, but let's just face it. People, if you talk to people who've come from a communist country, they get it, and they are scared to death that Arizona's going that way. But this is Katie Hobbs. How about this one? Here's an 80-20 issue for you. 80% or more of Americans say they don't want government funding for drag queen shows at public libraries or other public spaces. She vetoes that bill. That's just where she is. There's a lot of people, Andy, she's not radical. Sure, she's radical.
She's very radical.
And you need to just look at the policies that she's vetoing. Not just the number, it's the policies that she's saying, no, we're not going to do that. We're not going to put people convicted of dangerous crimes against children, we're not going to make them register for the online registry. We're not going to do that type of stuff. That's Katie Hobbs, friends.
Yeah.
That's Katie Hobbs.
She is. Really quick, did you know she was a college professor?
Yeah, I haven't read them. I've been hearing about some of the reviews that she got online. Just pretty amazing.
I had one of her former students call me up, get on the air, and the first day she had Katie was in 2017. And when Trump was inaugurated, she was 15 minutes late to class. She told the class, "Sorry, I was crying in my car because this is the worst day for the country." That's how much of a nut job she is. I hope you take advantage of that. Yeah, I have it all over my social media. Have you guys put it out there? I've been sharing it. It's everywhere. She's that crazy. People need to understand that, and we need you to get the message out. I know you're trying. Congressman Biggs, we need you in there. We need competence, need a leader. We don't need a dope. We're done with that. Thank you very much for the time. We'll definitely get you on again very soon. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, Garrett. Take care, man.
You got it. You too. We'll continue. I have more coming up. It's your afternoon addiction.
The federal government is out with a plan to disperse the shrinking Colorado River water supplies that provides water and electricity for millions of people. The three lower basin states, California, Nevada, and Arizona, will reduce their water allocation from the river by 21% next year and in 2028. The U.S. Attorney's Office says a Fountain Hills man is guilty of defrauding hundreds of victims in a crypto scheme. 48-year-old Jeremy Sowerby is accused of defrauding more than 400 people out of $7.5 million. He's accused of representing himself as a marketing promoter for 3 different companies. He could spend 20 years behind bars. The U.S. Navy may rename an aircraft carrier after President Trump instead of a black sailor. The Navy announced during Trump's first term it would be called the USS Doris Miller, after the sailor who famously staffed an anti-aircraft gun during the attack on Pearl Harbor. The U.S. Supreme Court temporarily allowing construction to continue on President Trump's White House ballroom project. The court today issued a stay of the lower court's ruling that paused work on the project. This edition of The Download is brought to you by Fix It Frankie. My Frankie can fix anything. FixItFrankie.com. Now traffic.
From the DeGreen Private Wealth Traffic Center.
On the I-10 westbound from Riggs to about Pecos, we're looking at about a 5-minute delay. Also, a little bit of stop and go on the 10 westbound from 19th Avenue to 67th Avenue. We're looking at about a 14-minute ride. Also, the 17 northbound from McDowell to Dunlap, we're looking at about a 7-minute delay. And we have on the 51 northbound from the 10 to Northern Avenue, again, stop and go traffic, about a 5-minute delay. I'm Carol. Have a traffic tip? Let me know. 602-374-6300.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know there's a better way to do things, like bundling your home and auto insurance with Allstate. Why make things harder than they need to be? There's a better way to save time and money. Visit allstate.com or call for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival
presented by Capital One
is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 18th and 19th at T-Mobile Arena.
Stream it live on Disney Plus and Hulu. And keep listening for the next chance to win your way to be there.
Some apps say they're free, then come the fees. Not the iHeart app. It's 100% free. No required subscriptions to access the best live radio stations, free playlists, podcasts, and more. Download the free iHeart app today.
iHeartRadio.
Here's a harsh fact. 40% of women and nearly 20% of men suffer from varicose or spider veins. Left untreated, these veins can cause tired, heavy legs, swelling, burning, cramping, aching, even restless leg syndrome. In some cases, it can lead to serious health risks like blood clots. USA Vein Clinics offers minimally invasive treatments that take as little as 15 minutes, covered by most insurances. Call 602-855-9542 and schedule your appointment today. Don't wait. Call 602-855-9542 for free information today. Imagine walking, exercising, and sleeping peacefully again. Varicose and spider veins won't go away on their own. USA Vein Clinics can help. Call 602-855-9542 for fast, easy, and affordable solutions. USA Vein Clinic treatments are covered by most insurance plans. Don't put this off any longer. Call 602-855-9542.
When it comes to supplements, two things matter most. A, that it works, and that you can trust it. Rather than just tell you about Relief Factor, we'll let our audience do that. We hear from people every single day whose lives have changed, and I want you to hear a few of their stories. Joni shared that before Relief Factor, her husband couldn't open his hands in the morning and had to give up playing the guitar. Now he wakes up with flexibility, and he's back to playing music. They are both recommending Relief Factor to friends as a way to enjoy the things they love again. I get what Joni's husband went through. I couldn't paint. I couldn't button my own shirts in the morning. The pain made it so difficult to hold a paintbrush or button my shirts. It was horrible. And they make it really easy now for you to find out if you can be the next person that's telling us about Relief Factor and how it gave you your life back. 3 weeks, $17.76. Try it. ReliefFactor.com, 800-4RELIEF. You'll connect with their friendly local team, and they'll do everything they can to help. We hope you soon will be sharing your story with us as well. ReliefFactor.com.
Your one stop for advertising? Call 844-844-iHeart.
Struggling to pay your energy bill? At SRP, we're here to help. Whether you need immediate financial support or tips to lower energy costs, we're here 24/7. Visit srp.net/help or call 602-236-8888.
Hey, it's Garret Lewis. Are you needing windows but you're scared of the price? You need to call Advanced Window Products right here in the Valley. They make their windows in Tolleson. They got a call from a person who needed a quote because a big-name window company quoted this customer $137,000 for 22 windows. Advanced Window Products got there, did all 22 windows for just $29,000. And Advanced Window Products come with a lifetime guarantee. The glass breaks, they don't ask how it broke. They just come out and replace the glass. And Advanced Window Products, they make the windows specifically for us here in the Valley. They have extra coating on the glass that other companies don't do to keep your window protected up to 115 degrees. Plus, Advanced Window Products has their own installers, so you have peace of mind knowing they'll be installed perfectly. The summer special is almost done. $2,500 off when you buy 10 windows or more. Call before it's gone. 480-764-2002, advancedwindows.com.
550 KFYI, because real news deserves real voices. Guaranteed human.
Garret Lewis with you. It's your afternoon addiction. Thank you for hanging out with me. 550 KFYI in Phoenix, KNST AM 790 in Tucson on that free iHeart Radio app. Listen live or on demand. And, of course, you can watch on the 550 KFYI YouTube channel. We are live there as well. We're everywhere. So what'd you think about Biggs? Hit me up on the iHeart Radio app on the talkback feature. Tap the red mic. You have up to 30 seconds. Look, you know what you should take away from this is that Andy Biggs is friggin' smart. He is smart. He is competent. You know he's going to get the job done. You know he's going to make good decisions. You can't say that for Katie Hobbs. You just hear the difference, which is why Katie's not going to debate, which is why after this whole situation just came out, the news today that Hobbs will not be charged with anything about bribery or pay-to-play scandal by Democrat AG Chris Mays. Not going to happen. You're not going to see Katie Hobbs for days. They are locking that loser up in a basement, in a room, in a bathroom. She is not going to have contact with the public because they don't want anybody to ask questions about this. But you hear the difference. Look, Andy is who Andy is. He's just not the guy that is publicly going to be like me. And that's okay. Or like Trump. Or like Abe Hamadeh. Eli. It's okay. He's got his own style. He is going to, he's very smart. And you have to get people fired up. I think that the more they get these, and he's doing more of these videos every day, make it happen. You know what? We're all on board. And he said, look, we're trying so hard to try to get the word out there. He's not getting the same financial backing that Katie Hobbs is. That's a big deal. He's raised millions. She's raised millions. But she's getting it from the Democratic Attorney General's Association, like he said. He's getting it from the DGA, the Democrat Governors Association. And he can't say it. Where are the Republicans? We went through this 4 years ago when the RGA, I believe Doug Ducey was actually the chair for it, and they were messing around with Carrie Lake and they wouldn't give money. This is why we don't like rhinos. They just wouldn't do it. And now they're not helping Andy Biggs. We have the most incompetent governor. I'm hoping and I'm thinking it's going to be okay. How many people have you seen? I know I'm in my bubble that have said, oh, Katie Hobbs, she's okay. Have you ever heard that? I mean, maybe the complete psychos. But have you ever really heard that? You think people are happy? There's a reason why she's not bragging about anything she's done, because she's done nothing. So with Andy Biggs, you're going to get someone that can get the job done. At the end of the day, that's what we care about, okay? That's what we get. And I'm glad it's not Karen Taylor Robeson or any other rhino that was thinking about running for governor. Like, we have to get away from that stuff, okay? We're in a world now where we love the fight. We love the arguing. But just remember one thing. Trump loves that too, and Trump's a huge fan of Andy Biggs. Huge fan. So don't let that get you down, okay? He's trying. It's the realistic situation with the cash. And if you're complaining about it, are you sending cash? Are you donating? Commercials on radio and everywhere else are not free. I wouldn't be here if that were the case. Okay? But Katie Hobbs is just an absolute nitwit. And today is a huge day. Katie Hobbs has made Chris Mays look like a chump, and Chris Mays has to just sit back and take it. Just sit back and take it. Remember this from just a couple of weeks ago? This is the reporter from Channel 3 in Phoenix, Arizona Family.
Why have you let the governor just essentially blow you off on this? And can anybody blow off the Attorney General of Arizona if they want to talk to them?
You can.
The answer is no.
Oh, God.
You cannot blow off the Attorney General's office. So, full stop. No one can, regardless of who they are.
Governor has.
Well, I would disagree with that characterization.
She did. She did blow you off. Katie Hobbs did not sit down for an interview. After 2+ years of this criminal investigation, she had her lawyers send 2 letters. There's so much we need to get to, and I have more. And I'll get your reaction on the talkbacks as well. It's all coming up. Garret Lewis with you. It's your afternoon addiction. So, look at silver right now. Silver is close to 70 an ounce right now, okay? It's actually a really good time to talk to Jim Clark and the great people at Republic Monetary Exchange about this. That could be a winner that keeps going up because analysts at Citi, they sent a note to clients and they said, listen, we want to remind you, the forecast for silver, we expect it to hit 75 in the very near term. It's almost at 70 right now. And then they see it going to 90 in the next 6 to 12 months. That's the kind of advice that I get at Republic Monetary Exchange. That's why I recently loaded up on some more silver at Republic Monetary Exchange. They're in Phoenix. Go visit them face-to-face. Ask Jim and his great people all the questions you want. They're there to educate, help you, give you great ideas. Go to Republic Monetary Exchange. I've done it for years, okay? Silver, it's big in AI, it's big in solar, and it's big just to make sure you protect your wealth. Call or stop by Republic Monetary Exchange. They're in Phoenix on Camelback, just east of 40th Street. Go to rmegold.com.
The Bills Pest and Termite Traffic Center.
Well, we're looking at a pretty big problem on the I-10 westbound. This is near the SR 587 Casablanca Road. We have a crash that's blocking that left lane, and we have stop-and-go traffic backed up to SR 387. So expect some heavy delays. Right now, we're looking at about an hour delay. On the 10, the Papago Freeway eastbound, right near 75th Avenue. Watch for this crash off to the right. I'm Carol. If you have a traffic tip, let me know. 602-374-6300.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know there's a better way to do things, like bundling your home and auto insurance with Allstate. Why make things harder than they need to be? There's a better way to save time and money. Visit allstate.com or call for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Why are women attracted to the guy accused of murdering in cold blood a father and a husband? Crazy.
Sean Hannity, Monday at 1 on 550 KFYI and the free iHeartRadio app.
In a recent survey of 123,000 wireless customers, Pure Talk was the only wireless company to receive 5 stars in every category: coverage, support, value, and data. What else do you need to know? Switch to Pure Talk today and get any plan, including their top shelf unlimited data plan for just $15 a month for your first 3 months. No contract, no commitment. Dial pound 250, say micro, and let Pure Talk's U.S. customer service team help you make the switch.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. The countdown to the NFL season is on, and Fox Sports Radio is where you join the conversation with the Dan Patrick Show.
You got some interesting scenarios here.
The Herd with Colin Cowherd.
You have to strike when the iron is hot in the NFL.
And more. Download the iHeartRadio app, search NFL, and listen now.
See if you qualify for home programs that cover all or part of your down payment. Go to LundMortgage.com.
I'm not exactly great with apologies. After our last argument, I tried saying I'm sorry about 10 different ways, and none of them worked. So I went to Smile Tunes instead. I turned our story into a soulful love song that admitted she was right. Mostly. By the second chorus, she was laughing. By the end of the song, we were ordering takeout together. Turns out a custom song says what I couldn't. Visit SmileTunes.com and create a personalized song that gets you out of the doghouse in style.
When your joints hurt every day and you've been told you need surgery, it can feel like there's only one option, but do your homework. Remember, once a joint is replaced, there's no going back. Hi, it's James T. Harris. Before you schedule surgery, consider getting a second opinion from QC Kinetics. Whether you're dealing with pain from bone-on-bone arthritis, a torn meniscus, or years of wear and tear, surgery isn't the only conversation you should have. Talk to QC Kinetics about how they use regenerative treatments to help deliver relief to patients right here in Phoenix, Scottsdale, Peoria, and Chandler. They concentrate your body's own healing factors right where the pain is coming from. The whole idea is to give you a real chance to hold off on surgery, or in some cases, avoid it altogether. That's why it makes sense to explore every option before making a decision that could change your life. Don't just accept surgery as your only choice. Call QC Kinetics today for a second opinion. The consultation is absolutely free with clinics in Phoenix, Scottsdale, Peoria, and Chandler. 602-837-PAIN. That's 602-837-PAIN.
In Arizona, they said need to paint like every 6 years. And I said, that's crazy.
Phoenix, make it the summer that you stop painting. Do what Brian did. He called Rhino Shield.
It's a ranch-style house. 3 sides are a sheathing. It's the wood sheathing that got coated with Rhino Shield.
And get this, Rhino Shield's formulated for our specific climate right right here in Phoenix.
Rhino Shield, they talk about like an R13 insulation value, another way to reduce the air conditioning bill. I think it's a really good investment and will be well worth it.
And right now, you can have the guaranteed protection of Rhino Shield for 10% off the regular price.
I had to live in the house for about 20 years, and you guys warranty your product. I don't have to worry about it.
Rhino Shield, backed by a 25-year transferable warranty. So stop throwing your money away on ordinary paint. Here's owner Jim Williams.
This offer is limited, so call me at 855-4U-RHINO. That's 855-4, the letter U, Rhino.
Go Rhino!
Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Scorpions don't hate you. Ain't got the brains for hate. What they got is a tail full of bad intentions. Been living in this desert since the dirt was new. Think they got squatters' rights to your laundry basket.
Nate here, owner of Blue Sky Pest Control. Scorpions may have squatters' rights to the desert, but not to your property. Call 602 Blue Sky today. Real pest science, real protection. Hello, Blue Sky. Goodbye, Scorpions.
Fix It Frankie, this is Ethel. Well, how long has your air conditioner been broken? Must be hot in there. You're cooking eggs on your tile floor? With sauteed onions and bell peppers. Sounds delicious, sir, but about the air conditioner, my Frankie can fix that. Yes, he's on his way now. He likes them over easy with a little hot sauce on the side. Rye toast is perfect. Okay, bye now.
Fix It Frankie.
My Frankie can fix anything.
FixItFrankie.com.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by iHeartAdvertising.com.
Seahawks receiver Jake Bobo carted off the field during today's joint practice with the Titans. After practice, Seattle head coach Mike McDonald said it looks like a long-term injury. Klay Thompson expected to sign with the Heat after clearing waivers following a contract buyout from the Mavericks, according to ESPN. And ESPN reporting six-time All-Star DeMar DeRozan agreeing to sign with the Denver Nuggets on a one-year, $3.9 million deal. I'm Bill Horrendous.
Run a business and not thinking about radio? Think again, because people are listening to radio more today than they did 20 years ago. And only iHeartRadio connects with more Americans than TV, digital, even social. Learn how radio can help your business. Call 844-844-iHeart.
Teachers make a difference each and every day. Now's your chance to say thanks. iHeartRadio's Thank a Teacher, powered by Donors Choose. Nominate an outstanding public school teacher who goes above and beyond for students. They could be one of our $5,000 winners for classroom supplies and resources. Teachers give so much. Now it's our turn to give back. Nominate a teacher now at iHeartRadio.com/teachers.
Download the new iHeart app and just like your car, make us your number one preset.
On it every day.
News Talk 550, KFYI.
Garret Lewis with you. It is your afternoon addiction. So glad you're hanging out with me. Hey, don't forget you can listen on demand all weekend. Tomorrow's Saturday. You can just go to the free iHeart Radio app, download it if you don't have it from your app store, and search Garret Lewis. All the hours of the show are there. You can enjoy it. I hope you do. Now, some talkbacks. Interesting mix right here. Okay, here's one.
Hey, Garret, you just said Andy Biggs is smart and competent. He is. We all know that.
Yes.
But show me one Democratic governor who's smart and competent.
Can't.
None of them are. Gavin Newsom, he's an idiot. Yeah. Katie Hobbs makes him look like a Rhodes Scholar, yet they win. So smart and competent apparently has nothing to do with it. You just got to get in there and humiliate her, man. It's just something's got to be done, man, more than he's doing, because you could be an idiot as a Democrat and still win. That's been proven time and time again. The Republicans.
Okay, I got it. 30 seconds right now. California's all mail-in, and it's obviously overwhelming Democrats. So you can't really do that. With Carrie and Katie, I think I know that had to be rigged. Again, you had people testify that worked at Runbeck about the signature verification, pushing things through, how there was no record of ballots that were coming in, no chain of custody. And you had a judge like, no, we're good. I mean, the fix was in for that. Okay. You have Justin Heap as the Maricopa County Recorder, biggest county in Arizona by far. I mean, Pima is huge too, but Maricopa dwarfs it. And Pima is just corrupt with their recorder. But Maricopa County, man, Justin is cleaning up the voter rolls. So I'm hoping it's more of a fair fight this time. We all want Katie Hobbs to be humiliated. I get it. Look, at the end of the day, Andy is who Andy is. He's a nice guy. And he's going to try to win on facts and everything else. I don't know if you have to just be blusterous. It's more fun for me, right? As talk show host, I enjoy when people say all kinds of stuff. I get it. Andy's just a guy that's a steady, calm, head smart guy. And it's going to get out. And he's doing the video. They realize he's got to get out. That's why he's doing these videos more and more and more, wanting people to share them everywhere, okay?
Andy Biggs a check this afternoon.
Oh, send him a check.
And we all need to pitch in and donate to him. Thank you. Great show. Great interview with Andy.
You're so nice. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. One more time.
Hey, Garrett, Tucson Steve again. Hey, I'm really thankful for you for putting on Andy Biggs today. I think the more people hear him, they're gonna see that he just exudes competence, and I think they like the fact that he really is the adult in the governor's office, or he should be. Anyway, great show. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Appreciate it. Look, there's a big difference between what you heard with Andy and,
I don't want to put words in my mouth.
Okay, we got it. Big difference. Huge. There's more details in this whole report, though. It shows you how corrupt. Like, the one thing as you're learning with the whole Somali Leering Center and the Somali everything up in Minnesota and all the fraud that's happened and all the illegals as truck drivers that kill Americans and wasteful spend. The government spent over $2 trillion in improper spending. And if you factor in inflation, it's almost $4 trillion. Like, we're sick of this stuff. We're sick of corruption. We're over it. And yet we just witnessed corruption right before our eyes with Chris Mays protecting Katie Hobbs. Her own report shows how there's even more pay-to-play bribery scandals that have taken place. We'll get to all of it, and you got to hear what Katie had to say about some of this stuff. It's all coming up. Garret Lewis with you. It's your afternoon addiction.
Let me tell you something. When you sign your insurance policy for some brokers, that's the finish line. Handshake, commission, done. Then you may not hear from them again until it's time for renewal. Your business runs all year, and so do the gaps and the risk. That's why I'm introducing SuperSure. If your company has more than 25 employees, whether you're the owner, CFO, or HR manager, it can be too complex to just buy a policy online. SuperSure is the super agency built for you, licensed in every state for your business insurance and employee benefits, all with year-round support for you and your team. At supersure.com, you can access tools like Fine Print Facts, which translates your current policy into plain English so you see what's covered and what's not, plus a business value calculator so you can estimate what your business is worth so you know what actually needs protecting. Go to supersure.com, one super agency, one powerful platform. All your policies in one place. Go to supersure.com. That's supersure.com.
Paid for by Supersure Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
From the Republic Monetary Exchange Studio, this is KFYI Phoenix, KYOT HD2 Phoenix, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
Arizona's pay-to-play investigation comes to an end. From the 550 KFYI Newsroom, I'm Brad Siegel. Arizona Governor Katie Hobbs will not face charges after an investigation into allegations of bribery. Fox's Kristen Goodwin has more.
Arizona Attorney General Chris Mays says an investigation into allegations Governor Katie Hobbs took part in a pay-to-play scheme with Sunshine Residential Homes has not uncovered any evidence to support a bribery charge. The Democratic governor accused of giving the group home company preferential treatment once it was revealed it received a 30% rate increase from Arizona's Department of Child Safety after it donated $400,000 to political funds tied to Hobbs. Hobbs denies any wrongdoing, saying she wasn't involved in the decision to grant the increase. Mays goes on to say the accusations show there is a need for legislative reform when it comes to the transparency of political donations. Kristen Goodwin, Fox News.
The federal government revealing its short-term plans for Colorado River water cuts from 3 states. The Interior Department announcing it would require California, Nevada, and Arizona to reduce their water use by 1.25 million acre-feet per year in the next 2 years. That's largely in line with the plan the lower basin states put forward themselves. Valley gas prices are holding steady as the weekend gets started. AAA data shows the average price for a gallon of regular is $4.53. That's around the same price as yesterday, and a 9-cent increase compared to last week. Taking a look at your money at the closing bell, the Dow up 517 points, now 550. KFYI traffic.
From the DeGreen Private Wealth Traffic Center.
On the I-10 Papago Freeway eastbound, right near 75th Avenue, we have a crash off to the right. I'm not seeing any major delays being caused by it. And we have on the 10 westbound. This is near State Route 587, Casablanca Road. We had an earlier crash. That left lane was blocked. It looks like they've moved this off to the side, so starting to ease up on some of those delays. We're looking at about a 15-minute delay right now. I'm Carol. If you have a traffic tip, let me know. 602-374-6300.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Still sleeping on that old bed? Mattress Firm's sleep experts can help you choose the perfect upgrade. They'll guide you every step, answering your questions. Shop today and save big during the best sale of the year. They make sleep easy.
An extreme heat warning is now in effect until next Friday. Mostly clear tonight, low 89, mostly sunny tomorrow, high 113. Partly cloudy tomorrow night, low 91. I'm Brad Siegel, 550 KFYI.
Now, your chance at $1,000 and a trip to our iHeartRadio Music Festival. Text the nationwide keyword LUCKY to 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest.
Garret Lewis with you. It is your afternoon addiction. Thank you for hanging out with me. 550 KFYI in Phoenix, KNST AM 790 in Tucson, on that free iHeartRadio app, and of course on the brand new 550 KFYI YouTube channel. So glad you're here with me. So Katie Hobbs is getting away with it. We all knew what happened, but I don't think it's going to be good for her. Today, if you missed it, Chris Mays, the Attorney General, said, I don't see any evidence to charge Katie Hobbs with bribery for her pay-to-play scheme. I just don't see it. Yet in her own report that Chris Mays' office put out, it seems pretty damn obvious. It does, okay? It's kind of a big deal. But now we have just over 70 days until the election, and Katie Hobbs gets this. Now, you could tell that Katie Hobbs and her campaign team are scared you-know-what, Liz, because they're not out there making any statements. You're going to see Katie Hobbs hidden. Well, you're not going to see her then. Katie Hobbs is going to be invisible, missing for days and days, if not longer, which to me shows that we all know you're guilty of pay to play. We all know if she really thought there was no evidence, if her people told her there's no evidence, you're good, she'd be out there bragging about it. CC, I told you so, and I'll answer all questions. But she's incapable of doing that. Incapable. Again, if you don't know, this all goes to a company that provides beds for kids to sleep, places for them to stay when the Department of Child Services takes them out of their home. It's called Sunshine Residential Homes. And Sunshine Residential Homes gave $300,000 to the Arizona Democrat Party a few years ago and $100,000 to Katie Hobbs' inauguration fund. And then right after that, they got a raise in how much they get paid by the state of Arizona per bed for the services they provide. Not only that, remember Katie Hobbs went to dinner with the donor. It's not even just some conservative talk show host that's bringing that up. I want you to hear this. This is a flashback. You have Bram Resnick. He is as lefty as you come, and he's on 12 News in Phoenix. Do you remember this?
Stacey Barchenger's reporting did include a report about a meal you and your campaign manager attended with this gentleman, and I believe his spouse. Is that correct?
Yes.
Why would you do that with your campaign manager? It seems like an odd thing to do with a government contractor.
I've never talked to him about his government contract.
Okay.
He is a political supporter, and I often have socialized with supporters.
It must be outstanding. Tell me again you're guilty without telling me you're guilty. I often socialize with people. What are you, a robot? Who speaks like that? Exactly. What a corrupt lunatic this woman is. Oh my God, it can't happen. It can't happen. She can't get reelected. So, can you imagine? Okay, so a guy donates $400,000 to the Dems and me, and I don't say anything about his government contract, which is how he makes money. Oh, okay, that's funny. Let me bring you to the report that was released today. If you're watching on the, can you see it on the 550 Cable YouTube channel? This is a report that was put out by Chris Mays' office, the Attorney General's office. Okay, and in this report, they talk about how they interviewed certain people, including the at that point for the Department of Child Services, the then Assistant Director of Support Services, a guy named Alex Ong, and the Assistant Director of Department of Child Services, a guy named Robert Navarro. Okay? Page 5 of this report, it says, the only discussion of political contributions during the procurement process that investigators could identify was between this Alex Ong and Robert Navarro. According to David Lujan, who Hobbs named in charge of the Department of Child Services, according to Lujan, who ran DCS, this Robert Navarro volunteered unprompted during a meeting in February 2023 that Sunshine was, quote, probably going to ask for a rate increase. And by the way, they're donors to the governor. Why would you bring that up if it's not going to have any impact whatsoever? They're going to ask for an increase and they're donors to the governor. And Katie Hobbs is having dinner with this guy that runs this Sunshine residential homes? Really? Okay, that's what you're going with. Oh, but nothing to see here. We're told there's no quid pro quo. That's what Chris Mays says. She couldn't find anything. Yeah. It says here that the assistant director of DCS agreed that he briefed David Lujan, who ran DCS, in February of 2023 on Sunshine's donations. Again, $300,000 to the Arizona Dems, $100,000 to Katie Hobbs' inauguration fund. Then in DCS Teams chats, Alex Ong, who is part of DCS, and Robert Navarro had discussed Sunshine Residential Homes' contributions to Governor Hobbs' campaign and inaugural fund. Alex Ong characterized those discussions as free banter between friends, calling one comment flippant, while Robert Navarro, the assistant director of the Department of Child Services, claimed Sunshine's donations, quote, put pressure on, I think, everybody, end quote. The investigation has shown that any perceived pressure was a result of Navarro's own knowledge. Oh, okay. Guys out there covering his butt saying, no. I mean, they put pressure. They put pressure. The donations. And then we find out, and this is another one. This is just remarkable right here. So Katie Hobbs never actually sat to answer questions. She stuck it to Chris Mays and made her look like the chump that she is. Right? Warren Peterson needs to be elected. I know you probably never thought I'd say that, but no, it's true because Mays is a horrific person. He's corrupt as hell. Warren Peterson, may even be on the show on Monday. I'll fill you in. Can you imagine? Yeah, hell, you're right, Darren. Hell has frozen over. Well, we'll see if he comes on. I've invited him. But instead of answering questions, Katie Hobbs had her lawyers send 2 letters 4 days ago. It's gone on for 2.5 years. And this numbnuts Hobbs has been like, whenever she's asked, we're having conversations to figure out a time to sit down and talk. Really? No, you're not. All lies. All lies. Anyway, in the letters, her lawyers disclosed that this same group, Sunshine Residential Homes, actually donated another $150,000 to Katie Hobbs. Another 150 G's for a legal defense fund to help pay for Katie's lawyer fees or legal fees. So you're telling me there was no quid pro quo? Not only did they donate $400,000, it was another $150 on top of that to make it a cool $550,000, which with the pay increase per bed, they made millions on. But sure, there's nothing to see here. I have more. I'll explain this. I'll tell you about Warren. I want you to hear more about what Katie said about this when asked about, are you going to sit down? Are you going to sit down with the Attorney General? I have it all for you. And hit me up on the reactions are incredible. I'm going to get them up on the talkbacks on the free iHeartRadio app. I have more. It's coming up. You don't want to miss it. It's your afternoon addiction.
From the Bills Pest and Termite Traffic Center.
An earlier crash on the 10 westbound near Casablanca Road, SR 587, had that left lane blocked. It looks like some of that backed up traffic is starting to ease up. We're looking at about a 10-minute delay through that one right now. On the 10, Papago Freeway eastbound right near 75th Avenue. Crash off to the right, not seeing too much in the way of delays. On the 60, this is westbound at McClintock. We have a stalled vehicle. Looks like that HOV lane is blocked. Carroll Valley Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Still sleeping on that old bed? Mattress Firm's sleep experts can help you choose the perfect upgrade. They'll guide you every step, answering your questions. Shop today and save big during the best sale of the year. They make sleep easy.
I will buy a WNBA franchise. My team will be trans.
Clay Travis and Buck Sexton.
We will not lose a single game.
Monday at 10, 550 KFYI on iHeartRadio.
I'm not exactly great with apologies. After our last argument, I tried saying I'm sorry about 10 different ways, and none of them worked. So I went to Smile Tunes instead. I turned our story into a soulful love song that admitted she was right. Mostly. By the second chorus, she was laughing. By the end of the song, we were ordering takeout together. Turns out a custom song says what I couldn't. Visit SmileTunes.com and create a personalized song that gets you out of the doghouse in style.
Orthopedic care. At Abrazo Health, we believe these two words are better together. When joint pain postpones a walk with friends or halts a weekend hike, recruit our orthopedic physicians, surgeons, and physical therapists to join your team. From our minimally invasive advanced technology designed to improve patient outcome to our comprehensive rehabilitation program, start your journey to a pain-free life. Find your partner in care at abrazohealth.com/orthopedics.
The name to remember? Mark Kia? Mark Kia. See our full inventory at markkia.com now.
Your one stop for advertising? Call 844-844-iHeart.
The Mazda More to Move You sales event is going on now at Mark Mazda in Scottsdale.
When your joints hurt every day and you've been told you need surgery, it can feel like there's only one option, but do your homework. Remember, once a joint is replaced, there's no going back. Hi, it's James T. Harris. Before you schedule surgery, consider getting a second opinion from QC Kinetics. Whether you're dealing with pain from bone-on-bone arthritis, a torn meniscus, or years of wear and tear, surgery isn't the only conversation you should have. Talk to QC Kinetics about how they use regenerative treatments to help deliver relief to patients right here in Phoenix, Scottsdale, Peoria, and Chandler. They concentrate your body's own healing factors right where the pain is coming from. The whole idea is to give you a real chance to hold off on surgery, or in some cases, avoid it altogether. That's why it makes sense to explore every option before making a decision that could change your life. Don't just accept surgery as your only choice. Call QC Kinetics today for a second opinion. The consultation is absolutely free with clinics in Phoenix, Scottsdale, Peoria, and Chandler. 602-837-PAIN. That's 602-837-PAIN.
Scorpions don't hate you. Ain't got the brains for hate. What they got is a tail full of bad intentions. Been living in this desert since the dirt was new. Think they got squatters' rights to your laundry basket.
Nate here, owner of Blue Sky Pest Control. Scorpions may have squatters' rights to the desert, but not to your property. Call 602 Blue Sky today. Real pest science, real protection. Hello, Blue Sky. Goodbye, Scorpions.
No required subscriptions, no trial periods, no surprise charges, no monthly fees. iHeartRadio is different. It's 100% free. Download the iHeartRadio app now.
Take action for your retirement. Call Golden Crest Metals, 888-447-7857.
That'll be 5452.
Perfect. Grab the bags, honey.
Mom, why do you always check your phone before we pay?
I'm just claiming my cash back on the Upside app. Since we're getting a $10 bonus here at Fry's, and we filled up the car on the way, we already earned enough this morning to pay for some extra treats you can bring to school this week.
Wait, so the app pays for snacks?
Not exactly, but the cash I earn on stuff we need helps us pay for the stuff we want. It's just a little win for our family every week.
With Upside, you can earn cash back on your everyday essentials and back-to-school favorites at Fry's. The free app also gets you cash back on routine purchases like gas and dining out at more than 100,000 locations nationwide. Download Upside and use promo code HOT3 to get a $10 bonus on your first purchase at Fry's. That's promo code HOT3 to get a $10 bonus. Remember, use promo code HOT3.
Offers vary by user and location. $10 bonus applies to first transaction only. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
Sure, it's a garage, but the garage is my laboratory where I can actually go in and work and I can do whatever I want.
That's your neighbor Align talking about Galaxy Concrete Coatings and their transformation.
I walk over to my neighbor's house and I was like, hey, I just cannot find like a flooring company that I just feel good about. And she was like, our neighbor, a good neighbor, he's been in that business for a long time. Maybe you should talk to him. Of course, it's Galaxy.
Galaxy Concrete Coatings is UV resistant and will not yellow. And it's not epoxy. It's 4 times stronger.
Just having the floors tie in with everything, it's perfect. It really is.
Commercial or residential, Galaxy transforms pools, patios, garage floors, driveways in as little as 1 day. And it comes with a lifetime warranty.
If Galaxy could help me with figuring out how to organize my tools, I think the wife would be also happy.
Click on GalaxyConcreteCoatings.com and remember to like us on Facebook. We are out of this world.
From the Whitfield Nurseries Weather Center.
An extreme heat warning is now in effect until next Friday. Mostly clear tonight, low 89, mostly sunny tomorrow, high 113. Partly cloudy tomorrow night, low 91. I'm Brad Siegel, 550 KFYI.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Tired of overpriced blinds? Blindster makes custom blinds simple and affordable. You measure at home, install yourself, and save big. No retail store markups, just custom blinds guaranteed to fit. Blindster.com.
Last place in your fantasy league isn't just about losing. It's the group chat jokes, the punishment, a full year of hearing about it. I'm JJ Zacharyson, host of the Late Round Fantasy Football Podcast. Our players to target and players to avoid episodes tell you exactly who to circle and who to cross off. We're providing data-driven research on the podcast all season long so that you're the one talking trash, not taking it. Download the free iHeartRadio app, search the Late Round Fantasy Football Podcast, and listen now.
News you can count on, and some laughs, too. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton, Monday at 10 on 550 KFYI and the free iHeartRadio app.
Garret Lewis with you. It's your afternoon addiction, and it is a huge day. It is a huge day because, again, it's finally come to a conclusion for now. I had Congressman Andy Biggs, of course, running for governor on in the last hour, and he said that if he becomes governor, he is going to push for another investigation. Even if Hobbs is gone, even if, I'm hoping Warren Peterson gets into the AG's office, but he said, oh, no. We're going to be pushing. There's a statute of limitations. We'll be able to do another investigation about this pay-to-play scheme and this bribery and stuff like that. So he is all in for that, which I thought was great. And to me, I think that's like the most important thing that can come out of this. Okay? But let me get back to this story again. Sunshine Residential Homes donated $300,000 to the Arizona Democrat Party, which, by the way, I think is a huge conflict. I should have brought this up a long time ago. Chris Mays, the Attorney General, is a Democrat. They donate $300,000 to the state Democrat Party. You don't think some of that money found its way to Chris Mays for whatever she needed for re-election or campaign or something? You don't think that $300,000 donation to her party would have an impact on how she doesn't want to see anything happen to this big money donor? Just throw that out there. So now we find out $100,000 to Hobbs inauguration fund, another $300,000 to the state Democrat Party, and now another $150,000 that we didn't know before. So Chris May's own investigation, she had one of her people, who is a guy that works in her office named Nicholas Klingerman. did the investigation, at least wrote the report. And they uncovered that Sunshine Residential Homes donated another $150,000 to Katie Hobbs, this time for her legal defense fund. Her legal defense fund. They're up to $550,000. But Chris Mays, she said, there's no evidence of anything that could be quid pro quo. No. In this report, again, it says, with respect to these three donations, there was $50,000 donated in November of 23, another $50,000 in February of 24, another $50,000 in May of 24, all to the Legal Defense Fund. And even the Arizona Republic called it a shady legal defense fund. So it says here, with respect to these three donations in October of 23, so even before they got there, Katie Hobbs's campaign manager, Nicole DeMont, spoke with the executive director at Sunshine Residential Homes about assisting with the committee's defense of ongoing litigation. Hey, can you just donate $150,000 to help us pay legal bills because Carrie Lake is challenging us? Do you think that Sunshine Residential Homes, which is, by the way, complaining they are not making enough money. The owner of it said, we are not making enough money on the beds. We need to make more. And nobody back then was getting a raise from the Department of Child Services, except when the donations happened, and magically, Sunshine Residential Homes got an increase that made them millions. Do you think they, out of the goodness of their heart, after donating $400,000, would just pony up another $150,000 to help pay for Katie Hobbs's legal defense fund? It says here, in connection with Nicole DeMont, again, Hobbs's campaign manager, in connection with her requests, Sunshine donated $50,000 every 3 months starting in November. This is actually part of the letter that Katie Hobbs' lawyers sent to Chris Mays' office, because Katie Hobbs refused to sit down for an interview to answer questions about this. Instead, her lawyers sent 2 letters 4 days ago to Mays' office. 4 days ago. Her lawyers, of course, wrote, no campaign contribution, inaugural contribution, donation to the Legal Defense Fund, or other financial support from Sunshine or any other source influenced any state agency decision concerning Sunshine or any other provider. Sure. Dude, again, Chris Mays' office accidentally discovered, it looks like, an extra 150 G's given to Hobbs by this same group. And that didn't make them say, man, there's something going on. They could not. Mays' office could not say that. I'm still waiting, by the way, to see them donate to the Human Fund for George Costanza. That's what I'm waiting for also. It's the Human Fund. Katie Hobbs is a liar. She is a pathological liar. Katie Hobbs was asked several times, will you sit down and answer questions that Chris Mays has for you? Will you do it? Is it possible? What do you think she said?
What about the pay-to-play allegations? And when are you finally going to sit down with the Attorney General? Because they have asked for an interview and you have not sat down with them yet.
We are in conversation with the Attorney General's office about this request. It is an ongoing investigation, which I look forward to concluding.
That was about a week and a half ago. That was the first interview that she did with her weirdo Lieutenant Governor guy, John Giles. That was we're in conversations with them. So that was like a week and a half ago. So about 10 days after this, we just heard, that's when her lawyers sent the letters. She's not going to sit down with you. Here's just information. Deal with it. You didn't hear a peep from Chris Mays to say, no, you better respect it. I'm independent of you. You will respect my job and what I do, and you'll sit. Nope, nothing like that. Nothing like that. Katie Hobbs, one more for you. This is about a month and a half ago, maybe, Channel 3 in Phoenix.
So no one was involved in this decision?
That DCS made the best decision for kids in foster care. We are in communication with the AG about this request, and I'm going to leave it at that.
Wow. You compare that. You could say whatever you want about Andy Biggs. He's comedy. Oh, he doesn't have enough energy for me. Compare it to that freak show that you just heard. If Andy Biggs or your nominee sounded like that, you'd be freaking out. Yeah, to me, it's very telling that Katie Hobbs is not taking a victory lap about this. They want this to go away. And that's why they came out with this on a Friday, hoping they're going to keep her hidden for the next few days, next week too, at least. And they're going to just keep her. Let's hope some other stuff happens and the cycle continues and we just go away. This is as corrupt as you can imagine. So, by the way, I reached out to Warren Peterson. Okay, you know I've had my differences with Warren. But I said, hey, would you like to come on the show and react to this? Talk about how you handle corruption? And he responded to me. I'm just reading the text right now. Would love to, but we are headed north for events with terrible service. And he put out a press release. I'm like, okay, look, if there's ever a time to strike while the iron is hot, isn't it now? So I'm not into just reading press releases, not my thing. So I said, okay, how about Monday? And he responded back, what time? And I gave him a time. You know, I'm flexible, but I put down 5 o'clock. And I'm waiting to hear back. So you can't say anything about me. I am trying so hard because Chris Mays has proven how corrupt she is, and she's not worthy of the job. Okay? She's not worthy of the job at all. I'll come back with some Warrior talkbacks. I know I have them. And by the way, the walls are closing in on someone, apparently. I have really good news. If you want to see someone get perp walked, there's a lot of people, but this one, I'll give you an update. Fauci is feeling it, and I can tell because he just did something. I'm going to tell you about that too coming up. Garret Lewis with you. It is your afternoon addiction. Look, I don't want you to have to waste your money. I'm not big. We're against waste and fraud and abuse, right? If your feet are killing you, your knees, your back, you might be like, oh, I need to get new shoes. I need to get new sneakers. You do that, you spend a lot of money on them, and then after a month or two, you're like, oh, it's back. Stop wasting your money. Just go to the Good Feet store, okay? I've been wearing the Good Feet arch supports. They're hard molded pieces of plastic. They fit in all your shoes and dress shoes. I've been wearing them for 14 years, and it has been a lifesaver for me, right? I have flat feet. It's my one flaw. And I used to stand on a hard tile floor and wash dishes and everything because I don't trust Abby because I don't think she's clean enough, but it's okay. I don't want to die. And anyway, my back would start to hurt. My feet would start to throb. Good Feet arch supports solved it for me. Go to the Good Feet store. There are 5 locations in the Valley. Find the one nearest you at goodfeet.com. When you go in and say, I heard about this from Garret Lewis, and they'll say, cool. You get a free customized arch support fitting. They will fit you with arch supports. They'll bring them out. You simply pop them in your shoe or sneaker and take them for a test walk. How cool is it? Try them before you buy them. See if it makes a difference. For me, for Abby, for my parents, world of difference. Find out more. Go to goodfeet.com.
President Trump will be front and center in Sunday's Freedom 250 IndyCar event on the streets of the nation's capital. The president will reportedly do an honor lap around the course before the race and will wave the green flag for the start. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy is also scheduled to wave the checkered flag. Employer health costs are projected to rise nearly 10% next year. That's according to a new risk analysis from the insurance broker Aon, which predicted that at the current status quo, next year's employers would be spending an added $19 $18,000 per employee on average. 2 hikers were transported to a local hospital in stable condition after rescue teams were able to bring them down from a valley mountain this morning. Phoenix fire crews were called out around 9 to South Mountain for reports of a woman experiencing heat-related problems. Crews found the woman and a man about a half-mile up on the Pima Canyon Trail. Arizona is outpacing the nation when it comes to job growth. The Office of Economic Opportunity's latest report shows the Grand Canyon State added 2,300 jobs in July and has increased by more than 24,000 since last July. However, the unemployment rate in Arizona remained at 4.9%. Now, a check on traffic.
The Bills Pest and Termite Traffic Center.
We're starting to see some of that heavy traffic, typical for this time of day, the 10 westbound from 7th Avenue to 75th Avenue. Also, we have a couple of street accidents I want to tell you about. One at 24th Street north of McDowell, this one with injuries, as well as 83rd Avenue north of Osborne, this one involving a bicyclist. I'm Carol. If you have a traffic tip, let us know, 602-374-6300.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Tired of overpriced blinds? Blindster makes custom blinds simple and affordable. You measure at home, install yourself, and save big. No retail store markups, just custom blinds guaranteed to fit. Blindster.com.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival,
presented by Capital One,
is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 18th and 19th at T-Mobile Arena.
Stream it live on Disney Plus and Hulu. And keep listening for the next chance to win your way to be there.
Some apps say they're free, then come the fees. Not the iHeart app. It's 100% free. No required subscriptions to access the best live radio stations, free playlists, podcasts, and more. Download the free iHeart app today.
iHeartRadio.
Why is China buying so much gold? Jim Clark, Republic Monetary Exchange. They're adding record amounts of gold as a safe haven, diversifying away from the U.S. dollar and hedging against geopolitical risks. Just like we've been saying. Korea is now accumulating gold too. Instead of trusting the dollar, central banks around the world are preparing for the future with gold. You should also be prepared. Learn more. See us. Republic Monetary Exchange in Phoenix on Camelback, just east of 40th Street. 602-682-GOLD or rmegold.com.
When it comes to supplements, 2 things matter most. A, that it works, and that you can trust it. Rather than just tell you about Relief Factor, we'll let our audience do that. We hear from people every single day whose lives have changed, and I want you to hear a few of their stories. Joni shared that before Relief Factor, her husband couldn't open his hands in the morning and had to give up playing the guitar. Now he wakes up with flexibility, and he's back to playing music. They are both recommending Relief Factor to friends as a way to enjoy the things they love again. I get what Joni's husband went through. I couldn't paint. I couldn't button my own shirts in the morning. The pain made it so difficult to hold a paintbrush or button my shirts. It was horrible. And they make it really easy now for you to find out if you can be the next person that's telling us about Relief Factor and how it gave you your life back. 3 weeks, $17.76. Try it. ReliefFactor.com, 800-4RELIEF. You'll connect with their friendly local team, and they'll do everything they can to help. We hope you soon will be sharing your story with us as well. ReliefFactor.com.
Jan on the street. Hi, it's Jan from Toyota. Summer's not over at the National Sales Event, so I'm taking to the streets to see how people are keeping summer fun going with a new Toyota. Excuse me, sir. How are you making summer last longer with your Toyota?
Oh, going mudding in my Tundra.
Everybody loves a mud bath. Player with the jump shot. What about you?
Taking my RAV4 downtown to a rooftop restaurant to shoot my shot with Stacy.
Stacy's a lucky lady. Mom with the twins. Your turn.
Starting a true crime podcast in my Grand Highlander while the kids are at day camp.
Oh, I know the one. It's juicy. Man with the ball. And you?
Driving my BZ to the park to play kickball with friends. Kickball is life.
I want that to be my life, too. Well, those are some great ways to extend summer. See you next time. Jan on the street.
Event ends August 31st. Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
550 KFYI. Made by people. For people. Guaranteed human.
Garret Lewis with you. It's your afternoon addiction. So glad you're here with me. What a Friday, huh? What a week, all week. I mean, you go back to Monday, we had Hobbs' former college student on spilling the beans about Katie Hobbs crying when Trump was inaugurated, she was going to cancel class, comes in late. What a loser. What an unbalanced psychopath. That's what she is. And really quick, Fox News just came out with this. Anthony Fauci's lawyers, and we'll get back to Hobbs, they've just launched a legal defense fund as federal and state investigations mount against him. Uh-oh. They see what's happening to this guy. And by the way, I know you won't, but don't be like, well, he's 85. I don't care. I don't care. So Fauci's feeling it. He has a defense fund website. The Anthony S. Fauci MD Legal Defense Fund was established to help cover legal representation and associated administrative costs for Dr. Fauci. Your contributions directly support these defense efforts and ensure comprehensive legal support during ongoing inquiries and proceedings. This guy was the highest paid government employee. He made millions after that. And now this slimeball is asking for donations? I mean, at the very least, you know what he could offer? For every $10 you donate, I will give you a free COVID shot. And if you donate just $5, I'll get you a signed Fauci mask. Why not? So, doesn't it mean something to you that Fauci is now asking for donations? Because he knows what's coming. He knows what's coming. I think it's a big tell, especially, by the way, look at this. This comes right after his right-hand man that worked with him for 16 years, Dr. David Morenz, senior advisor to Fauci for all of those years. Dr. David Morenz pled guilty to trying to conceal evidence, to try to evade the public records laws. Don't have anything for you. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, man. This does mean a lot to me, at least. I believe it means a lot. But hey, what the heck do I know, right? What do I know? I know more than KK Katie, I'll tell you that. I'm getting a lot of these talkbacks that are saying kind of the same thing about Katie Hobbs.
Hey, Garrett, does any of this fall under federal guidelines? I mean, is there something the feds can come in? I mean, she can't dodge that conversation, or at least they'll make a bigger issue out of it if she did.
I don't think so, because this is all state stuff. It's state funds, and it's state contracts, and it's donations. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a lawyer in that aspect. I've not heard of this, but maybe. I mean, maybe if a request is made to go to the Department of Justice and fraud, I don't know. It'd be cool if it did, but I'm not 1,000% sure. So we shall see. So there's again much more. Like this is an incredible day that Chris Mays, just the arrogance and the incompetence, and I guess it's much more of the arrogance. And again, if you missed it, Chris Mays put out a statement. It came out she sent it at 11:59 this morning. The investigation has not uncovered any evidence of the necessary quid pro quo to support a bribery charge. But this case shows there's a need for legislative reform. What? If she didn't do anything wrong and there's no bribery, why does there have to be legislative reform? And like Andy Biggs said, Senator T.J. Shope did introduce a bill that passed the House and the Senate that would have made it that you had to put down any and all contributions, donations, you name it. And Katie Hobbs vetoed it. I mean, she vetoed a bill that would have made what she did right here, would have made it you can't legally do it again. She vetoed it. They're all just full of it, aren't they? They're all just full of it. So you can go back again. Katie Hobbs, man, Chris Mays. Look, Chris Mays wouldn't answer the question. She knew that Katie Hobbs would not sit down and answer a question. This is just a few weeks ago.
Is there a chance that this gets wrapped up and the governor doesn't sit for questioning?
I'm going to decline to answer that question right now.
There you go. Again, Katie Hobbs had her lawyers send 2 different pages, 2 different letters, I should say. 2 different letters to Chris Mays' office. She gave Chris Mays the middle finger. That's what she did. You. That's what she said. And Chris Mays had to stand back and take it. She wouldn't sit down for an interview. And because of that, I mean, not even answer questions. This does set a precedent. If anybody's being investigated by the Attorney General's office, you should just say, I'm never going to sit down and answer your questions. If the governor didn't have to do it, I don't have to do it either. Yeah, no crime that I could find, but we need to have legislation to stop this from happening again in the future. What? How does that make sense? Mays actually wrote, the legislature and the governor have the power to ensure greater transparency with regard to political donations made by state contractors. I'm urging them to work together and try again to pass legislation that does so. Katie Hobbs vetoed it. It went to her. It vetoed it. So, that's the latest that I have. And I'll get more of your reaction to all this stuff. And I'm going to go, there's a lot of, some of the language I can't use, but the talkbacks are still pretty good. I have more to get to as well besides this. Have you heard about the latest reason as to why Joe Biden bombed the debate against Donald Trump? I'll get to that on top of that. Plus, the Iranian president calling for peace? What gives? And more on this Hobbs stuff. It's a big deal. It is your afternoon addiction. So, Bear Arms Firearms wants you to know they are selling suppressors. There's been some changes. The government's still a little confused. It's for Arizona residents only. Bear Arms Firearms. There's some things you have to do background check-wise, but you could literally, in about 15 minutes or less, go to Bear Arms Firearms in Scottsdale, at Scottsdale and Shea, and you could leave with a suppressor in stock while supplies last. There have been some changes. People are very excited. While supplies last, I'd get down to Bear Arms Firearms because they are getting very busy because people have been wanting suppressors for their firearms for a very long time. And the government rules have changed a little bit to make it a bit easier. But you know what? You want answers? You call Bear Arms Firearms. Talk to Kurt and his great crew. They will answer your questions about this. Family owned. Call them at 480-998-2727. 480-998-2727. Ask about the suppressors and tell them you heard it from me, Garret Lewis. Go to beararmsaz.com.
From the DeGreen Private Wealth Traffic Center.
In Tempe, we're getting a report at Baseline just east of Priest. You might see some smoke in the area. A vehicle fire reported there. Allow some extra time as you pass that area. Also, heads up if you're in Scottsdale. We have Scottsdale Road northbound just south of Mayo closed all the way up to the Loop 101. So expect some delays as you're approaching the 101. As an alternate, consider Chauncey or Princess to bypass this one. I'm Carol, taking a look at Valley traffic.
This report is sponsored by Red Pilled America.
Where did wokeness come from? This week on Red Pilled America, we tell the story of how an obscure group of German refugees started all of this woke madness and what needs to be done to stop it. Listen to Red Pilled America on the iHeartRadio app. That's Red Pilled America.
James T. Harris.
The powers that be wants us connected to machines.
Monday morning at 6.
So they can collect data on you.
550 KFYI.
And use it to their advantage.
On the free iHeartRadio app.
Let me tell you something. When you sign your insurance policy for some brokers, that's the finish line. Handshake, commission, done. Then you may not hear from them again until it's time for renewal. Your business runs all year, and so do the gaps and the risk. That's why I'm introducing SuperSure. If your company has more than 25 employees. Whether you're the owner, CFO, or HR manager, it can be too complex to just buy a policy online. SuperSure is the super agency built for you, licensed in every state for your business, insurance, and employee benefits, all with year-round support for you and your team. At supersure.com, you can access tools like Fine Print Facts, which translates your current policy into plain English so you see what's covered and what's not, plus a business value calculator so you can estimate what your business is worth so you know what actually needs protecting. Go to supersure.com, one super agency, one powerful platform. All your policies in one place. Go to supersure.com. That's supersure.com.
Paid for by Supersure Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
Did you know SRP is a not-for-profit utility? So what does that mean for you? It means everything we do is done with you in mind, like offering flexible rates, payment plans for every income level, and best-in-class reliability. It also allows us to make decisions that benefit our community. As a not-for-profit, SRP prioritizes power, water, and you. Find savings, reliability, and more at srp.net/value.
In a recent survey of 123,000 wireless customers, Pure Talk was the only wireless company to receive 5 stars in every category: coverage, support, value, and data. What else do you need to know? Switch to Pure Talk today and get any plan, including their top shelf unlimited data plan for just $15 a month for your first 3 months. No contract, no commitment. Dial pound 250, say micro, and let Pure Talk's U.S. customer service team help you make the switch.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. This is what football sounds like.
Straight up the gut for 5 yards and the score.
And iHeartRadio is the official partner of the NFL Podcast Network.
Welcome to NFL Daily. We're doing the work to get you up to date.
Just download the free iHeartRadio app and search NFL.
Geico Roofing is one of the Valley's largest and most trusted roofing companies, offering free roof checkups. Go to GeicoRoofing.com.
That'll be $54.52.
Perfect. Grab the bags, honey.
Mom, why do you always check your phone before we pay?
I'm just claiming my cash back on the Upside app. Since we're getting a $10 bonus here at Fry's, and we filled up the car on the way, we already earned enough this morning to pay for some extra treats you can bring to school this week.
Wait, so the app pays for snacks?
Not exactly, but the cash I earn on stuff we need helps us pay for the stuff we want. It's just a little win for our family every week.
With Upside, you can earn cash back on your everyday essentials and back-to-school favorites at Fry's. The free app also gets you cash back on routine purchases like gas and dining out at more than 100,000 locations nationwide. Download Upside and use promo code HOT3 to get a $10 bonus on your first purchase at Fry's. That's promo code HOT3 to get a $10 bonus. Remember, use promo code HOT3.
Offers vary by user and location. $10 bonus applies to first transaction only. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
Recently, our company softball team lost the big game by 1 run. Then Dale tried to console us with the quote, "Winning isn't everything." Dale's a loser. I play to win, like early payout from Bet365. If my team goes up big, I get paid out instantly, even if they blow the lead later. Sound familiar, Dale? Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Arizona. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Fix it, Frankie. This is Ethel. Well, how long has your air conditioner been broken? Must be hot in there. You're cooking eggs on your tile floor? With sauteed onions and bell peppers. Sounds delicious, sir, but about the air conditioner, my Frankie can fix that. Yes, he's on his way now. He likes them over easy with a little hot sauce on the side. Rye toast is perfect. Okay, bye now.
Fix It Frankie.
My Frankie can fix anything.
FixItFrankie.com. From the Whitfield Nurseries Weather Center.
An extreme heat warning is now in effect until next Friday. Mostly clear tonight, low 89, mostly sunny tomorrow, high 113. Partly cloudy tomorrow night, low 91. I'm Brad Siegel, 550 KFYI.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Tired of overpriced blinds? Blindster makes custom blinds simple and affordable. You measure at home, install yourself, and save big. No retail store markups, just custom blinds guaranteed to fit. Blindster.com.
What's it take to be a mentor with big brothers, big sisters? It takes 30 minutes and a cup of coffee. A video game, best 2 out of 3. It takes sharing thumbs up emojis, clapping emojis, and loaded nachos at halftime. That's how you make an impact on a young kid's life. So go on, share a few hours a month, because mentorship may sound huge, but the truth is, it takes little to be big. To learn more, volunteer, or donate, go to BeBigNow.org.
Where the spirit of America lives on every day.
We as people can come together and debate the issues.
550 KFYI on the iHeartRadio app.
Yes. Garret Lewis with you. It is your afternoon addiction. Again, the big giant story. Chris Mays announced no charges for Katie Hobbs and her bribery scandal, even though her report found new alleged bribes, in my estimation, another $150,000 from this same organization to Katie Hobbs' legal defense fund. And they miraculously got more money per bed to supply to kids. Anyway, so it's crazy, but people need to just get up and go do stuff. And again, I hope Andy Biggs puts out a whole bunch of more stuff. I got talkbacks. His videos, I've seen him on I'm on Facebook. I don't go on Facebook that much. I do post stuff. They're on his Instagram. They're on his X. You can go find them. You can go share them. I had Andy on last hour. He's a smart guy. He is beyond smart. He's beyond competent. He's just not going to be the guy that goes and gets uber aggressive in that aspect. And that's just his style. It's what it is. It's competence. It is what it is. And it's not a bad thing. I'm just telling you, don't sit back and think he's going to be Carrie Lake or Donald Trump. It's just not going to happen. And that's okay. That's okay. So I had Andy on in the first hour. You can go back and listen on demand on the free iHeartRadio app. Search Garret Lewis. I have talkbacks. Hang on.
Garret,
yes.
Best show host ever.
I agree.
Way to go, waking up the sleepy Republicans.
Yes.
Harassing the demon Democrats
That's
like
true.
no other man does. And
That's true.
kudos to your intelligent and most likely beautiful wife, who obviously doesn't nag and instead enables you to do an amazing job for Arizona.
Why does she get credit?
I said it before and I'll say it again. If Arizona turns red, you did it.
I agree. I let it go because I wanted to make sure she wasn't going to give more credit to my wife or something. Don't worry, I'll race out of here and I'll have to go cook dinner. Princess hasn't done that yet. Anyway, no, she does. She does great. She doesn't. She does not nag much. It's okay when she does. There's a secret to stopping it. You should try it. You know what you do? You go shh, and it works out really well. Women love it. They do. They love it. Speaking of, I should never. This is a horrible transition, but this just cracks me up. Yeah, there are some bad women out there. My wife is one of the great women, but there are some bad women out there. I don't even know what show this is. I don't even know. It's some video podcast crap. I couldn't stop laughing. Jill Biden's on it with some lady I've never heard of. Jill Biden is just desperate for anything. She wanted Joe. If Joe Biden would have died, she'd have made him weekend at Bernie's and just carry him around, make it happen. Give him some of Hunter's nose candy. Maybe it'll wake him up, give him a little pep in his step. Jill Biden did some kind of a podcast where the lady was like, so do you have any idea why he bombed during the debate? And we know why. His brain was gone, but just listen.
Still to this day, you don't have a gut instinct on what was that moment.
No, I mean, there's all kinds of theories. You know, he had been traveling.
No, he wasn't.
I know he was tired. He didn't feel well that day.
She's evil.
When I saw him, but there was nothing.
He was home for
definitive
over a
that
week.
I could point to. And I had been on the road.
Nothing she could point to.
For 2 weeks up until that moment. So I wasn't with him. I didn't see him.
Because he wasn't on the road.
Days before, weeks before. I saw him maybe 1 hour before.
Mm-hmm. And there's no way anyone could have, God forbid, laced his drink or something.
Knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
right? Who knows?
Yes, Secret Service that's around him all the time is going to look the other way as someone roofies Joe Biden. It's totally believable. This lady is a nut. She's a psycho. She would throw Joe Biden down the stairs for $10 million probably. Who the hell knows? Yes, somebody, that's exactly what it was. Somebody roofied Joe Biden. And I know this. Because Hunter told me. See, because what happened is that Hunter woke up in a Vegas hotel room and there was a tiger in the room and they didn't know where Joe was. And they just went around and they were trying to find him. Hunter was trying to find him. And then Hunter apparently didn't realize he stole that tiger from Mike Tyson. And he had to bring that tiger back to Mike Tyson. And then they found out that Hunter actually met a drug dealer. He thought it was a nice guy, sold him the wrong drug, gave it to Joe, and they found Joe up on the roof. Jill, that's The Hangover. Ah, crap. Damn. What a lunatic. Can you imagine being that just evil? I have no idea. His brain is shot. What's the point of her doing this? They're broke. Hunter's broke. And all the money they got, all the corruption, they live a little too high on the hog, and they're broke. And she's going out. What is this? What does this do for you? Do you think somebody would just say, just shut up and go away? Just live in your stupid beach house in Delaware and just go away. Nobody wants to hear this stuff. Oh, my gosh. People, by the way, on the 550 KFY YouTube chat asking when my wife's cookbook will be coming out. It's a quick one. It's one page. It says Garret does it. That's it. That's it. Okay. I have so much more. Did you know what has come back to the WNBA? Do you know what's come back to the WNBA? I have that for you. Another reason we shouldn't have, we thank God for Trump, we don't have these illegal immigrants. They call them migrants coming around. Did you hear what the UK has now given the migrants? Oh, I have that for you too. It's all happening. It is your afternoon addiction.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
I'm attorney Kevin Rowe. Getting rear-ended once is bad enough. Don't let the insurance company hit you again with a lowball offer. Call an experienced attorney who knows how to fight and win. Call Lerner and Rowe today. 977-1900.
Lerner and Rowe is the way to go. Call 977-1900. 977-1900.
Buying a house comes with enough expenses already, so how about keeping $600 to $800 in your pocket? Lund Mortgage will pay for the appraisal on qualifying purchase transactions that close with them. Restrictions may apply. Call Lund Mortgage at 623-875-9940 or visit lundmortgage.com.
I'm not great with words after a fight, and I'm sorry wasn't cutting it this time, so I used Smile Tunes to write a soulful ballad about how she's always right. By the second chorus, the silent treatment was officially over. Visit smiletunes.com and get out of the doghouse today.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
From the Republic Monetary Exchange Studio, this is KFYI Phoenix, KYOT HD2 Phoenix, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
How much water will get cut? From the 550 KFYI Newsroom, I'm Brad Siegel. The federal government is finalizing a plan to slash Colorado River water supplies for California, Nevada, and Arizona. Daniel Martindale has more.
The plan was signed by Interior Secretary Doug Burgum. The three lower basin states will reduce their water allocation from the river by 21% in 2027 and 2028. The potential cuts could nearly double in the following years. Arizona and Nevada warn any plan to double the cuts after 2028 would devastate their economies. Arizona says it would sue the federal government if it approved more cuts as part of the new 10-year plan. The plan does not include mandatory water cuts for Colorado, Utah, New Mexico, and Wyoming, the upper basin states. I'm Daniel in Martindale.
Arizona Attorney General Chris Mays says there's no indication that Governor Hobbs was involved in a pay-to-play scheme with a group home provider. Mays has released the results of a 2-year investigation. The probe began after Sunshine Residential Homes received rate increases from the state after making political donations to Hobbs's inaugural celebration. While Mays says this doesn't rise to any criminal activity, she did recommend legislative reform to ensure more transparency. 2 hikers were transported to a local hospital in stable condition this morning after rescue teams were able to bring them down from a valley mountain. Phoenix fire crews were called out around 9 to South Mountain for reports of a woman experiencing heat-related problems. Crews found a woman and a man on the Pima Canyon Trail. Taking a look at your money at the closing bell, the Dow up 517 points. Now traffic.
From the Bills Pest and Termite Traffic Center.
As we get your weekend underway, perhaps plans are to head to the high country, escape some of this crazy heat. Well, on the 17 northbound near Sunset Point, keep in mind we're getting a report of a medical emergency. This one is off to the side and to Scottsdale. We have northbound on Scottsdale Road just south of Mayo Boulevard up to about the 101, an accident which has closed that roadway. Again, you can use Chauncey or Princess as a bypass and expect some delays approaching the 101. Carol, Valley Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Red Pilled America.
Where did wokeness come from? This week on Red Pilled America, we tell the story of how an obscure group of German refugees started all of this woke madness and what needs to be done to stop it. Listen to Red Pilled America on the iHeartRadio app. That's Red Pilled America.
An extreme heat warning is now in effect until next Friday. Mostly clear tonight, low 89, mostly sunny tomorrow, high 113. Partly cloudy tomorrow night, low 91. I'm Brad Siegel, 550 KFYI.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it's already here. Congratulations. We've made it to the final hour of the week. I feel like I just said it. It happens every week. I can't believe it's already here. Thank you for hanging out with me. It's your afternoon addiction. Garret Lewis with you. 550 KFYI in Phoenix, KNST AM 790 in Tucson, and of course on the free iHeartRadio app. And it has been one hell of a show, and of course the big gigantic story. And I've been talking about it throughout the entire show, so I'm going to move on. But the fact that Chris Mays today said no charges will be brought, no prosecution of Katie Hobbs for pay-to-play, bribery, whatever you want to call the scandal. Despite the obvious evidence, where again her own investigators uncovered a third piece of evidence that Sunshine Residential Homes not only gave $100,000 to Hobbs inauguration fund and $300,000 to the state Democrat Party here in Arizona, they also gave $150,000 to Hobbs Legal Defense Fund. And wouldn't you know it, they got a raise. They got paid so much more. Only agency that got the raise, contracted with the state. The raise on the rate per bed, because they have homes where kids, when they're taken out of their homes, that's where they stay. They wanted to make more money, and Hobbs made it happen. She made it happen. Just for fun before I get to the other stuff.
Stacy Barchenger's reporting did include a report about a meal you and your campaign manager attended with this gentleman, and I believe his spouse. Is that correct?
Yes.
Why would you do that with your campaign manager? It seems like an odd thing to do. With a government contractor.
I've never talked to him about his government contract. He is a political supporter, and I often have socialized with supporters.
It must be splendid. Do you socialize like this, where you can't put two sentences together? Maybe not even one? Is that what it is? Oh, that dinner must be electric. I never ask him about the stuff. I never, I don't know. It never happens. Never happens. Corrupt as hell. For God's sakes, we're getting our butts kicked on water. We need more jobs, housing prices. She can help impact that. She's done nothing but make them go up. She had an illegal home building moratorium that she supported. And then just the corruption, man. And she won't answer questions. Again, she didn't even answer questions to this. She said, no, screw you, Chris Mays. I'll have my lawyers send you a couple of letters. I'm not answering anything. Which, again, proves how innocent she is. And again, Katie has nothing on Twitter, nothing anywhere. She'll be hiding for the next week. Do you think she's going to come out at all by Tuesday or Wednesday? Because I don't think so. I don't think so. No way. Not going to happen. Basement Katie won't debate anybody. Just a corrupt, disgusting person. That's it. That's it. Thank God Trump got here to secure the border. We were trying to get the tens of millions of illegals the Democrats let in out. Okay, and you need to do that because look, these people that are coming here, they don't want to assimilate. You know this. I know this. You know who's just discovering this? The UK. They are just discovering this. Okay. I don't know if you've heard about this, but the Brits have just given out a 9-page guide. 9 pages to these so-called migrants, these asylum seekers, they're illegals there. 9 pages to tell them how they should behave. What it's like to live in the United Kingdom. No kidding, it actually says this. Living in the UK, you're in the United Kingdom because you're seeking asylum. We understand coming to a new country can be difficult and that laws and customs here may be different from your home. So they talk about safety and things like that, right? These are rules, all this stuff. They gave them this book. Part of the 9 pages, it focuses on what they call gender equality, even though gender is not a real, it's not a real thing. It's your sex. Gender is a made-up construct. But anyway, gender equality. They gave this to the migrants. They write, and they gave, here you go, migrants. Hope you understand. In the UK, men and women have equal rights, it says. Women can work and earn their own money, study and go to school or university, travel freely, choose who they marry or choose not to marry. This is given to the migrants all these years later. Why? Because there's too many women getting raped. I love this. Women can make their own decisions about their lives. This is what the UK government gave to the migrants. They continued, women do not need permission from a husband, a father, a brother, or any other man to do any of these things. It's against the law to treat someone unfairly because of their gender. Okay. How about sex and consent? You ready for this one? You know, maybe you shouldn't let these people in if you have to explain this stuff to them. Unless they really want to know it and learn the culture, but they apparently don't want to. But keep letting them in. So about sex and consent. Consent means both people freely agree to have sex or sexual contact. UK law is clear, it's strict. Both people must agree to sex or sexual contact of any kind. So they're telling them, you can't just go up to a woman and say, I want to have sex with you and rape her. It says here, this means both people must say yes freely, without threat or pressure. Someone can change their mind at any time, even if they said yes. If someone's asleep, drunk, or unable to respond, they cannot consent. If you have sex with someone without their consent, this is called rape. It's a serious crime in the UK. You go to prison. That's what it says. That's just part of the 9 pages. And it's interesting because I have a news story. Okay? It's from humanevents.com. Just came out too. Just as the Brits were given the third worlders rules and laws and a guide not to rape. Here's a guide not to rape people, like women. Here's a story from Human Events. Afghan migrants rape girl in park, 14-year-old on train, despite UK government booklet instructing migrants not to rape children. Yep. 2 Afghan migrants have been remanded into custody after appearing in court over allegations that they raped and sexually assaulted a 14-year-old girl on a London-bound train. This is terrible. While 2 other Afghan nationals are awaiting sentencing following their convictions for a separate rape attack in a park. And this is all happening despite the fact that they gave out that guidebook that says, be less rapey. You know, don't be rapey at all. They're finally trying to tell the migrants how to live in British society. They must be really feeling it out there. A 25-year-old and 29-year-old migrants, right? I can't even pronounce the name. There's too many letters. They got busted. Alleged attack on a train. 3 counts of rape, 2 counts of sexual assault by penetration. That's one of them. The other one, 2 counts of assault by penetration, 2 counts of causing or inciting a child to engage in sexual activity. That's what they're charged with. There's other cases. There's another group of migrants raped a woman. They held a Swiss Army knife to her throat. Yeah. That's, wait, I'm sorry. There was a pair of migrants that approached a woman and her date. They were lying beneath the stars, and these migrants overpowered them. And one of the migrants raped the woman, while the other migrant, again, held a Swiss Army knife to her date's throat, to the man. The men then switched roles, and the other guy raped, while the other guy threatened to kill the guy with the knife. The woman's date was told, I will kill you right now. But don't worry. In England, where they have over 1.3 million of these third world migrants, they're getting welfare benefits. They gave them a pamphlet and said, please follow these rules and laws. Oh, yeah. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. I know there's been a lot of rain going on. You're listening on KNST in Tucson. I hope everything's okay. I have an update for you as well. Do you remember the story? Horrible story. A Tucson police recruit was shot and killed in his home. His fiance, a former corrections officer for the Pima County Sheriff's Department, she was shot and wounded. There's 3 people on the loose. They've identified one. Wait till you hear about the background of this person. I have it for you. It's coming up. It is your afternoon addiction.
From the Bills Pest and Termite Traffic Center.
A collision in the West Valley heading west on I-10, just west of 67th Avenue, moved off right. Accident southbound 17, the ramp over to the Loop 101, sitting in the right lane. Injury wreck 75th Avenue in Thomas. A collision on Scottsdale Road northbound has traffic down to 1 lane just south of Mayo Boulevard. If you have a traffic tip, give us a call, 602-374-6300.
This report is sponsored by Day and Night Air Conditioning, Heating, and Plumbing.
Another hot day in the valley means your AC is working overtime. Get ahead of the heat with a Day and Night Air Conditioning, Heating, and Plumbing tune-up for just $76 for a limited time. Make sure your system is ready for the Arizona summer. Schedule today at dayandnightair.com. Limited time offer, conditions apply.
James T. Harris.
The powers that be wants us connected to machines.
Monday morning at 6.
So they can collect data on you.
550 KFYI.
And use it to their advantage.
On the free iHeartRadio app.
Owning a home is cool and all, except for the part where now everything is your problem. Without a home warranty, you could pay thousands to repair or replace appliances and home systems like your AC and plumbing. But with an American Home Shield warranty, you can help protect your wallet from pricey breakdowns. If AHS can't repair the covered item, they'll replace it no matter how old it is. Don't let unexpected bills wreck your budget. American Home Shield. Don't worry, be warranty. Sign up today at ahs.com. See ahs.com/contracts for coverage details, including limit amounts, fees, limitations, and exclusions.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
I'm attorney Kevin Rowe. The insurance company's job is to pay you as little as possible. Our job is to get you every dollar you deserve. Call Lerner & Rowe today and let's make them pay. Call 977-1900.
Lerner & Rowe is the way to go. Call 977-1900. 977-1900.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along. Which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter.
Hurt in a crash? Call the accident attorneys at Sweet James. 809 million. Let's be real. The system is rigged. Insurance companies protect themselves. Sweet James protects you. Over $2 billion won. More than 500 trials. A 98% winning record. They put power and respect on your side. And you pay no fees unless they win. Call now. 809 million. That's 809 million. Or visit sweetjames.com.
Ice Cube's Big 3 season has come down to this. The Big 3 Championship is coming to Charlotte. Who will be crowned the Big 3 Season 9 champion? Plus the Big 3 All-Star Game. The biggest names in the game, all on one court, one more time. 2 games of the most physical, competitive, and non-stop 3-on-3 action. The game played the way you love. Watch live Saturday on CBS at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific, and catch replays Monday on BET. Yay, yay!
Here's the tale of the daily Medfill. Same old pharmacy, same old bill, but those prices kept rising higher still.
Till the savings wrangler rode in, cool as can be. Tap Good RX, saving massively.
No plan? Don't matter none. Up to 80% off. Deals are done.
Discounts hitting harder than Ma's chili. Dang. That one little app does all the rest.
Save time and money on prescriptions.
Check Good RX. Good RX is not insurance.
If your advisor hasn't shown you how your retirement paycheck will last, what are you paying them for? This is Logan from Sun Valley Wealth. Catch our show, Cover Your Assets, every Saturday at 10 a.m. right here. Learn how to protect your income and your money. Go to sunvalleywealth.com. Call or text 480-CONSULT for a free consultation.
Make this the year you get active and healthy. Visit the Good Feet store.
Gold has hit near record highs, and many Americans are discovering they can move part of their existing IRA or 401k into physical gold and silver without paying taxes or penalties. It's called a rollover, and Golden Crest Metals helps investors do it every day. No cash out, no complicated paperwork, no hassle. Golden Crest is a nationally recognized precious metals firm seen on Fox Business and CNBC with an A- BBB rating and 5-star reviews. Plus, right now, receive up to $25,000 in free silver with a qualifying purchase. Call 888-447-7857 now. That's 888-447-7857. Call 888-447-7857. Not a financial advisor. Precious metals involve risk. Free silver offer is a 10% bonus in silver on qualifying purchases of premium mintage coins. $10,000 minimum purchase required. Bonus silver capped at $25,000 and credited to customer account. See goldencrestmetals.com for full terms.
My kids were saying, why didn't you do this at the old house when we lived with you?
Your neighbors have a lot to say about Galaxy Concrete Coatings and their transformation, like Beth.
In our old house, we just had the old concrete flooring in the garage and so dirty. And I decided when we built this new home that I was going to be doing our garage floors and our back patio right off the top. And of course, Galaxy was the quote I went with.
And Galaxy's not epoxy. It's 4 times stronger.
Some of the things that were the deciding factors was Galaxy's lifetime warranty. That's huge. I was surprised that not everyone offered that.
Galaxy Concrete Coatings is UV resistant with no yellowing and 4 times stronger than epoxy.
The Galaxy crew was amazing. They were so clean. They picked up after themselves. I can't say enough about them.
Click on GalaxyConcreteCoatings.com and remember to like us on Facebook.
And the movers even commented. And the movers say they see lots of these floors. So they really liked it and asked us who we used. And I told them we use Galaxy.
We are out of this world.
From the Whitfield Nurseries Weather Center.
An extreme heat warning is now in effect until next Friday. Mostly clear tonight, low 89, mostly sunny tomorrow, high 113. Partly cloudy tomorrow night, low 91. I'm Brad Siegel, 550 KFYI.
This report is sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance.
Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help.
PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org.
The countdown to the new NFL season is on.
And now, all 32 in-market local teams can be heard on the free iHeartRadio app.
He's in! That's a jet touchdown! Just open the app and search your favorite team.
Plus, Fox Sports Radio breaks it all down
As we get closer to week 1.
It's crazy, and it's fun.
Join the conversation and stay locked in. Live, local games with you all season long.
Download the iHeartRadio app.
Search NFL and press play.
Filtering the truth from the liberal media agenda. Sean Hannity, Monday at 1. Tell your smart speaker to play 550 KFYI.
Garret Lewis with you. It's your afternoon addiction. So glad that you have made it that way. I have some talkbacks. I'm going to get to the Hobbs thing in just a second. I made some requests. I'll get to all that stuff, okay? Thank you so much. KFYI, KNST at Tucson. Free iHeartRadio up 550 KFY YouTube channel. There it is. Follow me, by the way, on X and Instagram at Garret Lewis and on Facebook, Garret Lewis Radio. If you missed it, too, by the way, yesterday was a big thing. Out of all the things I put on my social media, I put up the clip of Darth Vader at the San Diego City Council meeting being pro-flock camera, and it's gone everywhere. I'm not kidding you. If you haven't seen it, I've got 3.6 million views. And on Twitter, that same video, this is what people like, huh? This is what it is. It's on Twitter, I believe it's 1.7 million views. So I have almost 5.5 million views of a guy in a Darth Vader costume. That's how people are just interested in this stuff, man. Just bagging on flock. Well, saying, sorry, 2.1 million on that. So yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Check that out. All right. There was a horrible, horrible, horrible murder. It was a home invasion in Tucson in Pima County. A young Tucson police recruit. We don't know anything about this yet, the motive or anything, but he was murdered. His fiance was shot, and she doesn't have life-threatening injuries, thank God. But they thought it was 2 people on the run. Now they say it's 3, and the Pima County Sheriff's Department has an arrest warrant for a 33-year-old named Alex James Barnett. I fear that the Pima County attorney, Laura Conover, is going to give this guy probation. She gives everybody probation. He's 6'2", 315 pounds, brown eyes, black hair. Last seen riding a 2020 Harley Davidson, an FLHXS touring bike. Tats on both arms. You name it. Anyway, this guy has a long and violent career criminal history in Pima County. He's been in and out of prison for the last decade. He was released late 2025. This is from KOLD News. In 2012, he was sentenced for child abuse, theft, and drug possession. 2013, convicted of theft and credit card fraud. 2021, convicted of vehicle theft, weapons misconduct, burglary, and identity theft. 2024, convicted of an unlawful imprisonment. And yet he somehow was able to get a firearm despite being a violent felon, any kind of a convicted felon, but he's a maniac. He was able to get a firearm and kill people. I saw a video from the Tucson mayor, Regina Romero, saying how, or at least a social media post, how she's heartbroken about this. This is terrible. Funny how she's not calling for gun law changes now, right? She did when it was the mass shooting in Tucson a month ago. And it turned out a convicted felon who, again, not legally allowed to have a gun, somehow had a gun and shot 9 people. She called for gun changes. We need gun laws. Change the gun laws right away. And she got just embarrassed. Ragged on. Why no change for a gun law now? A 23-year-old Carlos Ramirez found shot to death in his home. Pregnant fiance shot, injured. Unborn child expected to be okay as well. So watch out for this guy. But here we go again. Bad guys don't follow laws. But very interesting how now all of a sudden there are no demands by Regina, by Adelita Grijalva, by any of them to have different gun laws on the books. Nothing at all. Again, we'll see what happens. I have no faith in the Pima County Sheriff, Chris Nanos. Maybe he has some good people working for him. I don't know. I'm getting talkbacks, though, as well about all this stuff. Hang on. Listen to this.
Hey, Garrett, Kevin from Mesa. I may have missed this. I just got back in town and I'm listening.
Thank you.
Did our esteemed governor get interviewed, reference this pay to play?
Nope.
If she did, where's the transcripts? I want to hear them.
Nope.
If the case is over, I want to hear them.
It's over.
We'll see how Mays actually investigated it.
She didn't.
As a retired cop, we need to look into this. Thanks. Bye.
All right. Look, again, I've gone over this. Thank you for listening. Again, she did not sit down for an interview. 4 days ago, on August 17th, 4 days ago, her lawyers sent 2 letters to Chris Mays' investigator, a guy named Nicholas Klingerman. And in the second letter, they actually admitted that, again, Sunshine Residential Homes donated another $150,000, this time to Katie Hobbs' legal fund. But there's no evidence of pay to play. None whatsoever. No. No bribery. No. Yet, let me remind you, in the report, and you can see Chris Mays put out a press release. It's on I'm sure it's on her website. In the report, you have, I don't know if I read this part yet. This is pretty good stuff. You have interviews from the Assistant Director of Support Services at Department of Child Services, Alex Ong, and the Assistant Director of Child Services, Robert Navarro. And again, they talked about these, Ong and Navarro, in February of 23 said Sunshine was probably going to ask for a rate increase, and by the way, they're donors to the governor. Uh-oh. Navarro claims Sunshine's donations, quote, put pressure on, I think, everybody. Okay. This Alex Ong told investigators he, quote, never had a conversation with, end quote, the governor's office regarding Sunshine's donations, or the governor's office even telling us, like, heads up, this group donated money. Okay. Another witness stated he didn't believe Hobbs exerted any pressure on Department of Child Services for an increase. Quote, never once in my mind would I have concluded Hobbs picked up the phone. Interesting. Because another witness said, never, for example, came in and she never came in and said, hey, you need to know we're friends. I donate to her. The guy never said that, they said. And they claim the governor's office was alerted only after the rate increase occurred. He alerted the governor's office. He says Hobbs stated she did not know. I love this. Hobbs stated she did not know the rate increase decisions were being made at the time they were being made. Of course, she never sat down to actually answer questions about this, but it is what it is. They claim that the owner of this, Simon Couture, threatened them and said, we'll give our beds to the feds for the people coming over the border. Well, is that true? Why? If that was the case, and here's the thing. If Sunshine Residential Homes CEO came out and made that, said, I'm going to just give my business to the feds for the Office of Refugee Resettlement, they're going to pay me more unless you do it. Why would they give Katie Hobbs $100,000 to her inaugural fund, $300,000 to the state Dems, and then Hobbs' campaign manager in 2023 said, can you give us $150,000 for our legal defense fund? Why would they do all that? You have to be a complete sucker, right? If you ask for more money and they're not giving it to you, why would you donate all that money to Katie Hobbs to help her? Why? So that's the extent of the investigation. That's it. I have to get to more, and you can leave me some more talkbacks on the free iHeartRadio app. Something happened again. You got to hear me out. Something has come back to the WNBA. You're going to like it. You could even see it on my social media right now if you'd like. I have the videos there of what happened. It's coming up. Garret Lewis with you. It is your afternoon addiction. All right. Weekend is coming up. And you know what? It's a great time to go look for a home, right? But if you're like, I don't know if this is the right time, I don't even know I can afford, just call Lund Mortgage. Talk to Matt and Lisa at Lund. And in a few minutes, just a phone call, you'll get clear answers to find out if it's the right time for you, if you can really do this, right? If you just keep waiting every month, you're just paying somebody else's mortgage, right? You might say, I'm going to just wait till the rates drop. Then you do that, and you know what? Then everybody jumps in, and the prices of homes go up. Right now, prices of homes are going down. Talk to Matt and Lisa at Lund about this, right? The best time to buy a house was 5 years ago, and you probably waited. Don't wait. You'll find out in a phone call, and then they'll see if you're qualified, what you can get within 24 to 48 hours. That's all you have to do with Lund Mortgage. They make it easy and simple. They're a mortgage broker. They'll find the perfect mortgage for you, even if your credit's not perfect, even if you're self-employed, even if you've been told no, and you don't need 20% down. You don't need that. They'll explain everything at Lund Mortgage. Find out more. Go to Lund, L-U-N-D, lundmortgage.com.
President Trump says he's pausing higher tariffs on ground beef imports for 90 days in order to lower costs for consumers. He made the announcement on Truth Social, saying the nation will allow up to 300,000 metric tons of ground beef to be imported without the added fees. Some Republicans are pushing back. TikTok has agreed to pay $400 million to settle a U.S. government lawsuit. That lawsuit alleges the company violated the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act. The law requires websites and online services directed at children to obtain parental consent before collecting personal information from users under 13. The federal government is out with a plan to disperse the shrinking Colorado River water supplies that provides water and electricity for millions of people. The three lower basin states, California, Nevada, and Arizona, will reduce their water allocation from the river by 21% next year and the year after. Arizona Attorney General Chris Mays says there's no indication that Governor Hobbs was involved in a pay-to-play scheme with a group home provider. Mays has released the results of a 2-year investigation. While she says it doesn't rise to any criminal activity, she did recommend legislative reform to ensure more transparency. Now, traffic.
From the DeGreen Private Wealth Traffic Center.
A crash on the Red Mountain, westbound 202, 24th Street off-ramp. E is off right, sitting in the Gore Point. Got a bad one here, 17 northbound. An accident at Glendale Avenue is blocking off your 2 right lanes, and traffic really backing up from that one. West side crash, 10 westbound around 67th Avenue, sitting on the right shoulder. Have a traffic tip, give us a call, 602-374-6300.
This report is sponsored by Quantum Fiber Internet. Have you heard? Quantum Fiber from AT&T is offering a great deal on fast fiber internet. $55 a month for speed up to 1 gig. Find out more at quantumfiber.com. Seriously, grab this special deal now. Limited availability in select areas.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival,
Presented by Capital One,
is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 18th and 19th at T-Mobile Arena.
Stream it live on Disney Plus and Hulu. And keep listening for the next chance to win your way to be there.
Some apps say they're free, then come the fees. Not the iHeart app. It's 100% free. No required subscriptions to access the best live radio stations, free playlists, podcasts, and more. Download the free iHeart app today. iHeartRadio.
When it comes to supplements, 2 things matter most. A, that it works, and that you can trust it. Rather than just tell you about Relief Factor, we'll let our audience do that. We hear from people every single day whose lives have changed, and I want you to hear a few of their stories. Joni shared that before Relief Factor, her husband couldn't open his hands in the morning and had to give up playing the guitar. Now he wakes up with flexibility, and he's back to playing music. They are both recommending Relief Factor to friends as a way to enjoy the things they love again. I get what Joni's husband went through. I couldn't paint. I couldn't button my own shirts in the morning. The pain made it so difficult to hold a paintbrush or button my shirts. It was horrible. And they make it really easy now for you to find out if you can be the next person that's telling us about Relief Factor and how it gave you your life back. 3 weeks, $17.76. Try it. ReliefFactor.com, 800-4RELIEF. You'll connect with their friendly local team, and they'll do everything they can to help. We hope you soon will be sharing your story with us as well. ReliefFactor.com.
Your one stop for advertising? Call 844-844-iHeart.
When your joints hurt every day and you've been told you need surgery, it can feel like there's only one option, but do your homework. Remember, once a joint is replaced, there's no going back. Hi, it's James T. Harris. Before you schedule surgery, consider getting a second opinion from QC Kinetics. Whether you're dealing with pain from bone-on-bone arthritis, a torn meniscus, or years of wear and tear, surgery isn't the only conversation you should have. Talk to QC Kinetics about how they use regenerative treatments to help deliver relief to patients right here in Phoenix, Scottsdale, Peoria, and Chandler. They concentrate your body's own healing factors right where the pain is coming from. The whole idea is to give you a real chance to hold off on surgery, or in some cases, avoid it altogether. That's why it makes sense to explore every option before making a decision that could change your life. Don't just accept surgery as your only choice. Call QC Kinetics today for a second opinion. The consultation is absolutely free with clinics in Phoenix, Scottsdale, Peoria, and Chandler. 602-837-PAIN. That's 602-837-PAIN.
Scorpions don't hate you. Ain't got the brains for hate. What they got is a tail full of bad intentions. Been living in this desert since the dirt was new. Think they got squatters' rights to your laundry basket.
Nate here, owner of Blue Sky Pest Control. Scorpions may have squatters' rights to the desert, but not to your property. Call 602 Blue Sky today. Real pest science, real protection. Hello, Blue Sky. Goodbye, Scorpions.
550 KFYI. No algorithm, no code. Guaranteed human.
That's the part that Harrison likes. Garret Lewis with you. Happy Friday. We have made it. It's so good. It's so good. So, I am so over the WNBA, but this is actually pretty damn funny. Mark Kelly has made a reappearance at the WNBA. So, remember the best thing that's ever happened to the WNBA is when people were throwing out, rhymes with schmildos. I think the guys in the morning actually said it, but I'm going to just say rhymes with schmildos. I think that's funny. But I also renamed them. I said they look like Mark Kelly. Like, have you seen Mark Kelly? He looks like that. So the Mark Kelly is being tossed back onto the WNBA courts. It happened. There was a game. I don't even know these teams. Los Angeles against Atlanta. Darren, you told me it's the Atlanta Dream. Is that what it is? Is it Los Angeles? Sparks? Man, they should change their name after that fire they had there. So anyway, there was some girl from L.A. at the free throw line, and a green Mark Kelly was thrown onto the court, and he bounced away. Just listen.
It's reported this week Park will skip the Asian Games.
There it goes. There it goes.
Continental title.
And then one of the players goes, "That's the guy. That's him. That's the guy." I think it's Angel Reese, the one they all make fun of. She thinks she's great and she can't hit a layup. She starts screaming.
Stoppage here, and Angel Reese is pointing out the perpetrator. Something was thrown onto the court.
A perpetrator.
And security has made quick work
The most
of this.
entertaining part of the game. So they got it, and then somebody comes out with a towel and scoops up Mark Kelly. They scoop it up. There you go. One of the players kicks it.
Kicking the object away.
And they did that. So apparently I saw a video. That video of that, by the way, which is pretty funny. It's on my X at Garret Lewis and my Instagram at Garret Lewis. Go check that stuff out. Like me, follow me. Go look at it. They just freaked out. And the reason I bring it up too, besides it being funny, and it takes a good shot at Mark Kelly, is the WNBA players and the WNBA are more worried about a sex toy being tossed out on the court than a man playing with women. Oh, we want trans. We're pro-trans. We want to be inclusive. So you're cool with a dude that claims he's a woman. I'm not talking about the two former NBA guys. Like, there's that guy in France or whatever the hell it is. He is jacked, and he's killing it in the women's league. You're okay with a dude claiming he's a woman playing against you, but you're freaked out by a sex toy that got tossed on there. That is the most entertaining part of your league. That's what it is, really? Oh boy. So the Mark Kelly is back. I saw a video of this guy. He ran right through security. Got right around. But then I think he got caught. I think he got caught. I don't know if this has anything to do with the some crypto company claimed they were the ones doing it. I don't know. So who knows if the guy got arrested or not? But he is he's another legend, making it fun again. That's the best part of the WNBA. All right, something else happened. I mean, how do I put this back with? How do I put this back with Iran? Right, but what do you make of this? Just because I wanted to talk about it, I've been overwhelmed with the whole Katie Hobbs thing. But today, Iran's president said, we want peace. He's basically acknowledging that their country economically is about to fall apart, I guess, in the way that Trump and Besant want it to happen. So the Iranian president said, we need to end the war. He has never called for that before. Of course, then you get the nutjob Iranian foreign minister. He's like, we've seen this play out. America's going to fail again. We're going to keep going. So you don't know who's in charge or anything. But the Iranian president said it's better to end the war today when we are in power and dignity and the whole world acknowledges our victory and emphasizes America attacked our schools, hospitals. So he's still a nutjob. But he came out and said this, and he said some people are sitting outside the circle because they do not know the state of the government, the state of the parliament, state of the commanders. They make comments and analysis even though they have not experienced any suffering or hardships. And then they talk about the cost. They did not find a single clause in this agreement that indicates a commitment. All commitments are related to their party. Criticizing the problems of inflation and issues arising from the war is not consistent with the slogans of some. When we chant slogans, we must also accept their severity. So he's basically saying, we're about to be done. Okay. I don't trust any of these people. But if they realize, I don't know if China or Russia are really going to hold off and not continue to help Iran. I don't know what sanctions Besant has in mind that could really do something to stop Russia. I mean, China's economy's hurting. Russia's obviously hurting. But I don't know what can possibly be done. What can they do? Can they really hurt them? I mean, China and Russia want to see Iran continue because they want to have some kind of control over the Middle East, and that is the way they do it. They are in bed with Iran, and without Iran, then they're gone. And they have no influence. So the Iranian president is trying to lie to get this over with. Yeah, we won. Let's just be done with it and come to an agreement. Because we have the blockade. They can't sell oil. And now they're not going to be able to get help by any other countries that have helped them. Trump was asked about this today as he got into a helicopter to head to South Carolina, where he's still going to help Darlene Graham, who has no idea what's going on with Taiwan and the China Sea and China. But whatever. Trump's like, you're going to vote the way I want. Perfect. So whatever. Okay. Hang on.
Total control. If you look at the blockade, we have total control of that entire region having to do with the Strait of Hormuz. And that means well into it, the land areas. So they would love to make a deal, but they're not ready to make the right deal, in my opinion.
Okay. So obviously, look, they hear stuff. They hear more than we do. He hears. Something's got to happen. I understand Iran was a threat and a danger. I completely understand that. But we do have elections, and we can't just judge it by that. And Trump is going to say all those things to keep more pressure to say, I'm not going to flinch. maybe this is what it takes. Because I tell you what, look how quickly when we thought we had this great big deal with the 60-day thing, which I knew never would last. You saw oil go down to the low 70s and gas dropped. And it's gone back up. If this can break Iran, maybe we're ready to unleash the Iranians. Maybe we have arms, but maybe the overthrow is going to happen. I don't know. But Trump's not stupid. There's got to be something that can be done, and I think it will. We'll find out. I have more. It is your afternoon addiction.
From the Bills Pest and Termite Traffic Center.
A crash on the Red Mountain, westbound 202, 24th Street off-ramp is off right, sitting in the Gore Point. Got a bad one here, 17 northbound. An accident at Glendale Avenue is blocking off your two right lanes, and traffic really backing up from that one. West side crash, 10 westbound around 67th Avenue, sitting on the right shoulder. Have a traffic tip? Give us a call, 602-374-6300.
This report is sponsored by Ace Cooling Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical. Before Arizona heat turns unbearable, get your AC ready with Ace Cooling Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical. Call Ace today at 602-536-4475 for a free estimate, or visit them online at acehomeaz.com.
Glenn Beck, time check. We are in critical times. Take some time to listen. I'll show you what's going on tonight at 7. Have no fear, but do have information. 550 KFYI on the free iHeartRadio app.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. Here's a harsh fact. 40% of women and nearly 20% of men suffer from varicose or spider veins. Left untreated, these veins can cause tired, heavy legs, swelling, burning, cramping, aching, even restless leg syndrome. In some cases, it can lead to serious health risks like blood clots. USA Vein Clinics offers minimally invasive treatments that take as little as 15 minutes, covered by most insurances. Call 602-855-9542 and schedule your appointment today. Don't wait. Call 602-855-9542 for free information today. Imagine walking, exercising, and sleeping peacefully again. Varicose and spider veins won't go away on their own. USA Vein Clinics can help. Call 602-855-9542 for fast, easy, and affordable solutions. USA Vein Clinic treatments are covered by most insurance plans. Don't put this off any longer. Call 602-855-9542.
The countdown to the NFL season is on, and Fox Sports Radio is where you join the conversation with the Dan Patrick Show.
You got some interesting scenarios here.
The Herd with Colin Cowherd.
You have to strike when the iron is hot in the NFL.
And more. Download the iHeartRadio app, search NFL, and listen now.
Kaiko Roofing is one of the Valley's largest and most trusted roofing companies, offering free roof checkups. Go to KaikoRoofing.com.
The name to remember? Mark Kia. Mark Kia. See our full inventory at markkia.com now.
Let me tell you something. When you sign your insurance policy for some brokers, that's the finish line. Handshake, commission, done. Then you may not hear from them again until it's time for renewal. Your business runs all year, and so do the gaps and the risk. That's why I'm introducing SuperSure. If your company has more than 25 employees, whether you're the owner, CFO, or HR manager, it can be too complex to just buy a policy online. SuperSure is the super agency built for you, licensed in every state for your business insurance and employee benefits, all with year-round support for you and your team. At supersure.com, you can access tools like Fine Print Facts, which translates your current policy into plain English so you see what's covered and what's not, plus a business value calculator so you can estimate what your business is worth so you know what actually needs protecting. Go to supersure.com, one super agency, one powerful platform. All your policies in one place. Go to supersure.com. That's supersure.com.
Paid for by Supersure Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
warranty.
The Mazda More to Move You sales event is going on now at Mark Mazda in Scottsdale.
You know, it's not the most favorite thing I've ever done is paint a home.
Phoenix, you don't want to spend your summer painting, so do what your neighbor Don did. He called Rhino Shield.
It's a single story that was built back in 1998. I've had the home painted about every 4 years.
Rhino Shield's better than paint and formulated for our specific climate here in Phoenix and comes with a 25-year transferable warranty.
Initially, the warranty was probably the most important item I looked at. There's a tremendous value.
So stop painting your home year after year and get the guaranteed protection of Rhino Shield right now for 10% off the regular price.
I cannot say this about the previous 4 companies that I had paint the home, how beautiful the home looks. It has never looked so good, and shame on me for not going to Rhino Shield sooner.
Here's owner Jim Williams.
This offer is limited, so call me at 855-4U-RHINO. That's 855-4, the letter U, Rhino.
Go Rhino!
Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Free shouldn't come with a catch. With iHeartRadio, it doesn't. No monthly fees, no trial periods. Radio, music, podcasts. Download the free iHeartRadio app now.
You've thought about moving some of your IRA into gold. Most people have. Here's what stops them. They think it's complicated. It's not. Golden Crest Metals moves existing IRA and 401k money into physical gold and silver every day. Tax and penalty free. Featured on Fox Business and CNBC. Plus, receive up to $25,000 in free silver with a qualifying purchase. Call 888-447-7857. That's 888-447-7857. Not a financial advisor. Precious metals involve risk. Free silver offer is a 10% bonus in silver on qualifying purchases of premium mintage coins. $10,000 minimum purchase required. Bonus silver capped at $25,000 and credited to customer account. See goldencrestmetals.com for full terms.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by iHeartAdvertising.com.
Seahawks receiver Jake Bobo carted off the field during today's joint practice with the Titans. After practice, Seattle head coach Mike McDonald said it looks like a long-term injury. Klay Thompson expected to sign with the Heat after clearing waivers following a contract buyout from the Mavericks, according to ESPN. And ESPN reporting 6-time All-Star DeMar DeRozan agreeing to sign with the Denver Nuggets on a 1-year, $3.9 million deal. I'm Bill Horrendous.
Run a business and not thinking about radio? Think again, because people are listening to radio more today than they did 20 years ago. And only iHeartRadio connects with more Americans than TV, digital, even social. Learn how radio can help your business. Call 844-844-iHeart.
It's so outrageous to me.
The voices of democracy.
What we have come to as a country.
Listen to 550 KFYI anywhere on the free iHeartRadio app.
Garret Lewis with you. It is your afternoon addiction. Thank you for making it that way. Again, follow me on Instagram and X at Garret Lewis so we can stay in touch over the weekend. Garret Lewis Radio on Facebook. I'll share some stuff. And let me know if you see Katie Hobbs anywhere. She's going to be hiding for a while, I think, after this, which, again, is another piece of evidence that she knows she's guilty. If you just got cleared of major accusations of being under criminal investigation, wouldn't you go out and celebrate? Especially if you're running for re-election and the election is like 74 days away. Wouldn't you be like, see, I told you. I told you. But I guarantee you don't see or hear of Katie Hobbs for days and days, if not longer, because they just want this to go away. And I hope the Biggs campaign doesn't let it. And I hope that, for God's sakes, I mean, if you're Warren freaking Peterson, and I invite him to be on the show, maybe he'll text me back and be on Monday. That'd be one hell of an interview, wouldn't it? I hope that he strikes while the iron is hot. I know he sent me a message. I invited him on. He actually responded back to me. It's been a while. And he said, sorry, headed up north. Love to be on your show, but headed up north. No offense. I'm sure he's doing something for someone, and that's just great. But you're going to be at some place with, what, 50 people? We're on in the Phoenix area, in the Tucson area, on 550 and 790, and everywhere on the free iHeartRadio app and on the YouTube channel of 550 KBY. Why wouldn't you want to come out and just blast your opponent for not going after corruption? Like, that's what, why would you not do that? Right away, early and often. That's just me. That's just me. And speaking of the KFYI 550 KBY YouTube channel, now that everyone is like watching, which is a lot, I get sometimes things like this.
Hey, this is Nate in Tempe. Could you tell us what kind of watch you're wearing? It looks very nice. Thanks. Bye.
Thank you. It is it's a Shinola. A Shinola watch. American made in Detroit. Detroit. So, yeah. Thank you. I didn't realize you'd notice that. I'm going to hold it up right there. So, okay. I feel violated, this whole thing. But it's you got to do it now. It's where the kids go. My boys, if they ever do watch TV, they very rarely actually watch TV. Gray may put on the NHL Network, but they go straight to YouTube and watch highlights and other stuff. And it's a completely different world. So earlier today, President Trump was in South Carolina, and he actually brought up, because the media is trying to cause a divide and a wedge here, by the way. He brought up Caroline Leavitt. She's quitting because she was on the plane that was going to get shot. No, get out of here. Just get out of here. And by the way, you can't hate CNN enough. I have a screenshot. I'll share this on social media. I took this earlier. I couldn't believe it. They had breaking news. Now, Trump speaking in South Carolina, loyal aide Natalie Harp traveling with him. They're trying to make this into a scandal. There's no scandal. So again, if Democrats have to try to create a scandal, how good can they possibly feel going into the midterms? Anyway, here's Caroline Leavitt.
And I just want to say, President Trump, you are the most consequential and historic president in the history of our great country. And it has been the honor of my life to serve as your White House press secretary, sir. It really has. And I just want to let everyone in this room know how hard this man works for all of you and for every American across the country. Regardless of whether they're a Republican or a Democrat, you call this man at 6 in the morning, you call him at 3 in the morning, he picks up the phone because he's looking out for you. And he needs your help with a Republican Congress for the next 2 years so he can make our country greater and stronger and wealthier than ever before. So get out and vote. Thank you.
How about that? It's always cool to see a little insight, right? Get a little insight. Well, I'll tell you, Andy Biggs told me maybe not a while ago. But he told me months and months ago, he's like, I have Trump's cell phone, and I think it's going to help when I'm governor, and people should know that. I want him to brag about that, too. People might get pissed, but he's like, I was actually calling. It was probably, 1 o'clock in the morning Eastern time. Thought I'd leave a voicemail. He picks up the phone. Trump picks it up. Andy, what's going on? 10 o'clock at night in Arizona, 1 a.m. there, picks it up. What's going on? Pretty cool stuff. Listen, have a great weekend. Thank you for listening. Thank you, Darren. I will talk to you Monday at 4. Bye.
Is there a chance that this gets wrapped up and the governor doesn't sit for questioning?
I'm going to decline to answer that question right now.
Keeping you informed and up to date now more than ever.
I check in throughout the day so I know what's up.
550 KFYI on the free iHeartRadio app. When you die and are on your way through the pearly gates,